All right, boys. I appreciate everyone coming by and doing this. I know everyone's busy. I got their own plans, communities, all kinds of stuff going on, families, friends, and everything. So we're gonna kind of keep this straight to the point. Try to get something out of this, a little bit of positivity out of this, and a little bit of insight and information from the community to other communities and also to EA. We know that it's probably going to be a really, really hard reach to get any information to EA. I did DM multiple producers, devs, community managers, TJ. I DM'd the head executive of EA Sports, Sean Grady, who actually does follow me at Twitter. I reached out to everyone that I possibly could just to let them know we don't expect you to come on this call. We don't expect you to do anything. All we asked is throw up a little smoke signal, give us a thumbs up, let us know that you hear us and that you know that we're doing this. And if you could maybe take some feedback, we would appreciate it. I've been around for a very long time. If you guys don't know, I'm 41 years old. I've been doing this shit since this game Mutt was a downloadable app and playing it since Tecmo Ball and Madden was day one. I'm about as old as a fucking goat. I know also that right now that EA is about to go on their break. They're going to be gone for a few weeks. And then when they come back, the main core team starts working on the next game. They're about to start transitioning. You'll have the people that maintain stuff, but once they get back from the break, they already start working. So I'm hoping that some of these ideas, some of these thoughts, some of the stuff now can come out now before the next game starts coming out. All right. The biggest thing also, we got 2,100 people. When I planned to do this, I really thought it was going to be a few hundred people. I didn't think anyone was going to want to do it. Every person that I reached out to said that they would do this. I appreciate you guys. And the community has been absolutely amazing with the response. I didn't expect everyone to actually care about this at all. I really didn't. But seeing the community, seeing Zero Chill, Dubby was a little frustrated today because, you know, everyone was happy. Boys, we play a video game. I love doing this shit. People ask me what I get excited about. I get excited about streaming and having fun with the community and doing this shit on a daily basis is what I love doing and the hype and excitement about it. And right now, I just felt like there was just too much animosity going on, too much disconnect going on between the community and what different creators think and expect. And I just wanted to kind of get everyone together to bring down the hate, bring down the bad vibes, bring up some good vibes. We got Zero Chill. This is supposed to be the best time of the year. And I kind of also just wanted to get everyone on the same page again. That's my goal. I kind of just want to go around. We can start off with whoever wants to go next, what you're expecting. And I kind of just want to go from there. I do want to touch base, obviously, on the needs, the wants, what we expect, what we're mad about, and all that kind of stuff. But that's what I wanted to do. Like, we play this game, we're in this community because we're supposed to love this shit. And the frustration and all the animosity just kind of really fucking pissed me off, to be honest. So I just wanted more love and a little bit more better vibes. That's why I kind of forced everyone to come together. Appreciate you being here. I'm opening the table.
This is just a kumbaya session here or what?
I mean,
oh, look, I'll go. No, listen. I'm tired of all the complaining. And y'all made me look like a bad guy because I cooperate with EA and I work with them. So therefore, my opinion doesn't matter. How does that make sense? And on the other end of things, everybody else is just a whiny little bitch and complains every chance they get. And how does that make them any different than me, except they're on the other end of the spectrum? So how is their opinion so worthy and great, but mine is terrible because I work and cooperate with EA? How does that make any sense? I need somebody to explain that, especially Gutfox.
I do. Go ahead, Gutfox. But I kind of want to know like where that came from.
Are you asking? Wait, what's that, Scomo?
I was just kind of like asking like where all that kind of came from. I didn't know if you guys were like trolling at each other. Like I really didn't know. Like if that was like a serious thought that we thought like Dubby was getting paid by like EA. Like I didn't know if you guys were like trolling at each other or like what exactly, you know. I think that's everyone's kind of question. The main thing that like a few people want to know.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Okay, when you take benefits from a company, you can have your opinion. That's fine. But it is actually discounted because you have positive feelings towards that company. I mean, Dubby, how much money have you won off MCS? How much, think benefits you get from EA? And then when you go out and attack other community members, or the complainers are the problem with Madden, not the actual game, where do you think that looks like? What do you think that looks like to the rest of us?
Say the complainers are the problem. I said y'all complain too much. It's nonstop, and it starts with you. You are the leader of the complainers. Every chance you get, you bitch, complain, and moan, and are negative towards the entire game. That is your entire shtick, is pure negativity. At every angle that you get, there's not a positive beam in your life in existence towards Madden. So you are the opposite end of the spectrum, and I'm tired of this shit because you start this whole army of 12-year-olds that are mad because they're getting their ass kicked on Madden, and they lean to you, Fox, fix it, complain for us. You are the leader of the bitching, period.
What has changed for the better in Madden over the last, I don't know, decade?
What do you mean? People are making careers off it. How is that not better? People are making careers on so many different avenues.
That's better now because, like, Dubby, okay.
Yeah, of course. The game is so much better now in the last 10 years. It gets better every year. Obviously, it has its downsides. This sucks about this year, that year, this year. But if you go back 10 years, the entire landscape of the game is significantly better. 100%.
Here's the thing. I agree on a gameplay spot. The game is 100% better than it was 10 years ago in a gameplay. As far as Madden Ultimate Team, the thing that we bitch about so much, the last 10 years, what do we got?
What do we got? What do you want me to tell you? Madden Ultimate Team was like, what do you want? What do you want?
Okay. You think Madden Ultimate Team is better now than it was a couple years ago? Do you think Madden Ultimate Team is now less greedy than before? Do you think it's easy to get a good team, a top-end team?
I think they've made it more meticulous every single year, and they gradually make the players better every single year, so you constantly have to stay up to date. I think they have made the ladder of climbing MUT just slower and slower every single year. So they definitely got better at changing their model, so you have to stay engaged or spending money at every single corner, one way or the other. But at the end of the day, man, MUT has been a grind. It's been a commitment, and here's the news flash. It's cost money for a decade. But somehow every year, at some point, we get surprised about that. Oh no, I can't keep up. Oh no, I got to spend money. A decade of MUT. And somehow all these kids get surprised every single year. It's a grind. It's a commitment one way or the other. And another thing, I think the biggest problem is people have to identify what they want to do with Madden. You know, if you want to be a comp player and you're that good, I feel like you got to do what you got to do to stay up to date. And if that's not for you, which is great, which is fine, I understand that I am an elite Madden player. I'm not the rest of the world. If you're the rest of the world and you just want to grind your team and get better, why the hell do you need the brand new limited the same day Zirksee has it? Like, what are we doing? It's going to be really hard for you to keep up with that. Yeah, it's just you got to identify. You got to identify.
Game.
You have
there
to
are like
identify.
200 comp dudes in the whole fucking world. Who gives a shit?
Nobody. I don't give a shit about them either. I don't care about them. I don't care about them.
Why you're trying to tell anybody, like, gets on the game for a card, hey, you don't deserve that because you're not comp? You don't need it.
Saying you don't. When did I say you don't deserve it? When did I say you don't deserve it?
There's a balance though, Fox. Like, have the best card the day of. Like, you and like someone in Zirksee shouldn't be the same, right? Someone in Dubby probably shouldn't be the same, right? Same day.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, 100%.
Like there is a balance right there, yeah.
No, 100%. Like, people should not. If Tyreek Hill was 5 million coins, everybody shouldn't have Tyreek Hill. We've all said that. We've always said that. The issue is right now when it comes to grinding for shit in this game or even spending money, it is a fucking ridiculous amount of time you have to spend or money spent because the way the EA has went this year with the field passes, they fucking suck. Yeah, the season pass this year, there's not one fucking player in the season pass that's good. There's not one.
Hold on, I'm going to put a pause into one thing.
You talking about Vic?
Hold on.
Ted Hendricks, Randy Moss, Darren Woodson is going to be the best safety in the game pretty soon.
Oh, you're talking about,
there's not cards.
You're talking about
whatever pass.
30,
whatever. I don't know what pass they are. 30 days ago, but Moss was the best receiver for a month and a half. Stop saying stupid shit. These cards are good.
This season fucking sucks.
What season is this? The Darren Woodson card? The best safety in the game? With the best ability in the game? Are you clueless or do you know how the game works? The cards are good. They have given you good cards this year. for free.
The
They
season,
have
the season pass. The comp pass is a little the season, right?
whatever pass the hell, free pass,
No
free
pass.
pass, this pass.
All right,
It
so-
doesn't matter. The cards are good that they give you for free. There's tons of great free cards they've given you all year.
You're out
guys
here
are
using
correct.
You're gonna use Darnell Washington when this card comes out. When you can
What
eventually
card?
get him.
No, the hell I'm not. I'm a goddamn professional. Stop comparing me to people that need free shit. It's not me. The hell? Like, I hate what y'all say. Oh, why you not gonna use the cards? Because I gotta beat John Beast and Henry. I can't use Darnell Washington, but I'm not your chat.
All right, hold on one second.
Damn, man.
Let me pause, everyone. I heard Gutfox and I heard what Dubby's saying. I think it does have to go back to a lot of different stuff. I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Fox, MUT draft, salary cap, squads, superstar KO, weekend league, solo battles, are those kind of like the frustrations when you're talking about like what have they done and those kind of things? Is like that more of like specific things that you would point out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trade block. Yeah.
Okay, trade block, that kind of stuff. All right. So, my thing is, and my question to ask the 2,500 people in here, you guys and everything, and my point to this, and this is my overall goal, is do you think it would overall improve the majority of the issues that if rather than a season pass, we had a Madden pass where it incorporated CFM, Superstar KO, squads. You would earn different stuff from different ways to play. You weren't limited on how you would earn your XP. Right now, the season XP is about 1 million XP total you need to finish the season, but you can only earn about 1.2 million. So you have to do everything they want you to do, but you can't play MUT draft. You can't play Superstar KO. You can't play the game how they want you to play the game. If they let you play the game within the different ways to earn the different modes, more people would engage with the modes. More people would have fun. The communities would be better. MUT draft would get updated. You would get rewards for that. Weekend league would come back. You would get rewards for that. Solo battles come back. You get the rewards for that. And they built all these communities. I see the communities, Dubby's communities, and Gutfox's communities, and the solo battle communities, and the different stuff. And then I see EA building all these different communities, and then they kind of forgot about some of the stuff. They forgot about maintaining it. And they are focused in on one thing, trying to get everyone to log in every day and do these few MUT things they want. And it might not be the way that everyone wants to interact with the game specifically. Does that make sense to you guys?
I mean, like, I don't know about like the whole Madden pass shit. That's just way too smart for me. But like, there is a bunch of game modes that like, bro, Madden 17. When I was 16 years old, I used to play draft champs. Used to get some fucking coins over there, build them towards, put it towards my MUT team or whatever. There used to be like reasons to play offline, and now it's like, or not even offline, but like play, like I don't know, build your MUT team up a little bit. I guess the only way to build your MUT team up, like being good at the game, doesn't even really build your MUT team up unless you are literally the top 100, 200. The best way to build your team up is by far money, or two, being like Ijo Bruin. And like I don't do, when I was 16, I'm not being fucking Ijo Bruin. Sorry, Ijo, good dude. And when I was 16, I sucked at the game. So it's like, bro, I don't know what we're doing. It's like, it's just like pointless game modes.
The field pass. They took field
No,
pass.
no, I know.
And
I was
all
just saying
the
that the whole
other
thing was
games,
just
2K,
like
2K, Call of Duty, Fortnite, all these things, nothing limit the mode of how you can play the season pass. 2K, you can play Park, you can play My Career, you can play My Team, you can play their franchise mode, you can play anything you want at whatever pace you want and upgrade. With Warzone, you could have played multiplayer, you could have played Battlefield, you could have played all these different things to go through their their battle pass at your own rate and enjoy the game how you want to enjoy the game. Does that make sense?
No, I think I think there should be like reasons to play the game for every game mode. Chat, I did not know. I'm friends with Joe. Relax. But yeah, I mean, there's like game modes. Again, MUT draft, dude. Like, there's no reason to play MUT draft. There's no reason to play Regs unless you want to grind a broken leaderboard. Fuck. Solo battles, I'm pretty sure, I don't know what the fuck solo battles do, but I'm pretty sure they suck. Solo challenges, I'm pretty sure are even worse. The whole shit just, there's no way to build your team, there's no way to upgrade your team unless you are top dog or you are super MUT nerd, like market nerd.
So
I
if
think that's
you
stupid.
want, I'm going to go back now full circle. If you were looking for MUT draft and you want some of these things, and Dubby has this opinion, if Dubby was an EA employee or not an EA employee, and I handle some of Dubby's stuff, I can tell you he's not getting checks from EA unless he's won it. What would that have to someone to have an opinion or something? Like, we're all community members. You are a large community member who highly impacts and influences your community. And if you taught them correctly, my opinion, and I could be wrong, those specific things that you wanted rather than just yelling. And I know a lot of it's funny. I've been in your streams. It's funny. It is funny. But most of the kids can't handle it and comprehend that you're just entertaining and being loud and funny. But you do have specific reasons and things that you're upset about. And I think then that stuff then gets blown out. And now everyone just thinks that Dubby's an EA shill, that Dubby shouldn't have an appointment, and you're more pissed off at them than when we're trying to fix anything.
All right, first of all, I do get paid by EA. It's a sponsored stream, 100%. But what I don't get paid by, which all the rest of you guys get paid for, is coin sponsorship, Scomo. And you know how many times I've turned them down for the last 5 years, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't taken one in a while either.
But I'm saying, but we've been through that where you were helping me try to get it. And what happened? How did I just think about it? I said, no, I want to keep playing Madden. I want to keep competing. I'm going to turn down a large amount of money to be able to have the passion to play Madden. So those opportunities that you guys have had to sell coins and promote coin selling, I turned down to one day hope to work for EA or work with EA 100%. It's the game I play. It's the game I love. It's the game that they make. Why would I not want to participate them? Who the hell are we? Are we like rebels? Like we're just got an angry mob pitchfork? No, we hate them. Burn them down. This is what the whole shtick of the den is. Burn down EA. When in actuality, I want to play this game for the rest of my life. I worked. I've done real labor. I don't want to do this. I want to just improve my career as much as I want. So to sit here and say it's a bad thing to cooperate with EA is insanity as grown men in the field of the game that EA makes. That is just insane to say that. It's just childish. And on top of that, this is what I say. Because we can all complain, let's have solutions. For me, it's two of the easiest solutions in the world. One, they need to have offline seasons against the computer. For all you guys that don't want to play the bunch and the trips tight end and the glitch blitzes, I understand that 100%. All right? If you don't want to deal with the cheese, you just want to build your team, play the computer, relax and chill, they need offline seasons that reward you not only as much as online, I want them to reward the offline seasons more, 50% more, because I want y'all to be encouraged to play the game offline because one, you're not going to get mad at the cheese. You're not going to blame people for being bad players, or you're not going to just rage at the game because you're playing the computer. It's more relaxing. People will enjoy it more, and they'll make coins to build their team. There's no excuse to why somebody wouldn't want that. And then you have an opportunity to not have to deal with the sweats, build some coins, and then go ahead and make your team better. And on the last thing they need forever is, like Civil said, draft champions, a way to freely build your MUT coin stack up. They also need that for Regs. Reg seasons where you build MUT coins, just like 2K has. I'm playing 2K, Sixers versus Lakers. They give me my team points or whatever, VC or whatever it is. I might not use it. I just like playing Regs maybe. Maybe I'll just let it sit in the top right corner forever. But maybe I want to play MUT because, look, I just earned 500,000 MUT coins by playing head-to-head seasons without spending anything. And now I can venture over to MUT because I earned it for free. Those two things they need. Offline seasons mode for all you guys that just want to chill and relax and not have to sweat, but maybe want to play Madden and play the computer. Great. Solo battles is a joke. Everybody blows out the computer by 100 points. It's just pitiful. It's embarrassing. Give them offline seasons where it progressively gets harder and it progressively gets more rewarding. Even more so than online. If I'm making 5,000 coins per game, offline, you should make 8,000 coins. If I'm making 50,000 for a Super Bowl, you should make 75,000 offline playing all Madden Super Bowls. I just really think that's a great way to get people playing the game, get out of the damn sets, get out of the damn rerolls, get out of all that stuff, play Madden. That's what it's about. And that's what we lost because we've just complained about rewards. That's all anybody cares about anymore. And they need to find a way to get people playing the game and not having to one-play sweats or not having to spend any money at all and earning points for the team.
See, now I can agree with that. They definitely should have separate reward systems for offline and online. Maybe even separate fucking everything. If there's going to be an entire thing for MUT champs, which number one is just completely in the dirt, which when that first came out, everybody loved it. It was cool, free to play, free packs. Have they even updated the draft pool this year?
No.
Have they even updated it?
No.
They don't care.
Well, abilities ruin that mode. Abilities ruin that mode completely. It's just not usable because abilities are in the game.
How could they do? I mean, do you have like not a 30-minute answer, but do you have a quick answer of how you would do MUT draft with abilities? Do you have a thought on that?
No.
I mean, I'm sure there's easy ways to do it, dude. Like if you sat me down for 15 minutes, I'm sure I come up with 5 different good ideas.
You
It's
just
not
need
that
someone
complex.
to basically like pre-bake them or something like that.
Yeah, like pre-baked, or you can select from. Like there's multiple different options. It's not like abilities can't fucking do MUT champs no more. Like
Right.
there's ways around it.
I got a question.
Yep.
EA used to have, you were giving coins by winning Regs games. Why do you think EA took that away, Dub?
I don't know. I think this should be back probably because they want people to just spend money right into the I don't remember that. I don't remember it, but
So we're saying the game's gotten worse over the last 10 years because they used to have something that's the way.
They used to have draft champions too. Yeah, there's definitely less options to make coins. 100%.
What's my point? What's the point I was trying to make? You're out here. You're saying I'm not taking a coin sponsor because I want to work for the man.
No, that's not why I didn't take a coin sponsor.
That's kind of a bullshit answer.
I wanted to compete. Come on,
I'm taking the company's money.
You're a cornball.
I don't care, dude. It's easy to stand on business when the company is paying
money
you to do
off of this game. We
no,
all make
honestly, here's the wildest part. No, you know who promotes EA's packs and promos more than me? You assholes, and y'all do it for free. What, y'all promote packs? Soon as the promo drops, who's online putting YouTube videos out, telling people what to buy, telling what rerolls to put out? Who is the one that's backpacking the promo and leading people to it?
You're saying we're helping for the fucking community.
You're helping EA. You are free advertisement.
For it. We're not being paid by the fucking company to do it.
And I wasn't paid for 6-7 years when other people that weren't as good as me, weren't as talented as me, and didn't work as hard as me were. So now I finally got that opportunity, and you people that don't have it, shit on me. Because I didn't take coin sponsors because I wanted to keep competing. Even though I lost the last 27 tournaments in a row, I still wanted to do it. So I did not give that up. I did not get off the passion, but now I'm a bad guy because now I have a sponsor stream opportunity. And yes, I'd like to work with the company that puts on that.
Because your opinions are against the community.
No, they're not. They're against the whiny little bitches.
That's it.
No, they're not.
Your opinion is bad. Terrible.
Which one?
Dude, do I have to look through your Twitter account for like your last fucking 2 days?
No, because I'll tell you an opinion of yours that is terrible and wrong. And I'll tell you right, because I know. I don't need to go look for receipts because you're just making shit up. Your opinion, comp ruined Madden. And you're right. I'll tell you why comp ruined Madden. You know why? Because back before comp was on Madden, there was like 4 or 5 players that were good. Shugs, Snap-Onic, shout out to T-Raw, Rose Bowl. Those guys were gods. You probably won some games too. Who knows? My man Problem Right won 200 straight games a MUT. You guys thought you were lords. Then they opened the floodgates and let the real players play you. And now you're getting your shit kicked in. You can't beat man coverage. You don't know what to do against bunch. You guys are lost. And now you're not having any fun. And you guys look like shitters. That's why comp ruined Madden for all the menu streamers. Right there. And you can't realize it. You can't look it in the mirror. You'll come up with other dumbass reasons. But now all the menu streamers are shitters. And it's sad to see, but that is why comp ruined.
You're 1-1 versus me all time. You've literally taken an L to me. What does it say about you?
I don't remember playing you at all because I'm worried about playing some of the best players in the world. I don't. You're a shitter. It's okay. You're a whiny little shitter. Just like everybody in the den.
I've literally taken your ass down. What does that say about you?
Hey, well, look like this. You should be winning from money from EA too. Look, if you're that good.
Your entire argument is I'm bad at the game.
Yes.
That's it. That's
no, my argument is that now those dudes are kicking the shit out of you in the den. You in the den and all you little shitters that get together.
The shit out of me.
Yes, they are. Y'all not good anymore. And all the streamers that were MUT streamers 5-6 years ago are gone because they're not good anymore. Period. Look at the landscape of the MUT streamers and the MUT comp dudes in the last 6 years.
All the good guys are literally teenagers, right? Who's winning these tournaments? Is it your old ass? Is it my old ass? Hey. No, it's fucking teenagers.
So what? So everybody just quit? All the dudes that were farming on Twitch just quit?
Because the game has gotten worse, dude. That's what I'm saying.
It's not, has it? It has not got worse at all.
Get out of the menus and the solos. What if people enjoy the menus? Why can't you put yourself in their shoes, dude? Why is it so hard to see people enjoy things differently than you?
It's not. If you enjoy the menus, stay in the menus.
Then why did you say get into the solos, menu players, just earlier in this stream?
No, I just literally gave options for people to make coins and not have to play the sweats. Is that a bad idea?
No, the idea is fine, but your point was get out of the menus into the solos. You said that. People don't like solos.
I do want people playing
like menus.
No, so
I think that was our point. I think that was the point that I'm trying to make right now. That no matter if the person is like Gutfox and Dubby, both of you have been around the game so long, have played so much, more hours than most human beings combined. You've both been on the game with different aspects. I'm a menu guy. I've played at all aspects. I love playing the game. I've played forever. I am one of the menu guys that if you went back and look at my fucking MUT 12 record, I bet I'm like fucking 200 and something in like 12. Like I never lost ever. But you both have good points. But if Dubby's taking an EA stream and Gutfox is talking about the menu, we realize we have to realize and listen to the good points that Dubby made a good point there about the solos and how to be able to play offline and make coins. And Dubby has to realize that everyone's not going to want to play 30 games
Madden.
a day. Right.
So nobody wants to play Madden.
It's not about playing Madden. It's just about the limits of playing Madden. MUT was created as a menu, set, packs, build your team, not Madden. It was an ultimate team mode. And the point to a lot of people is the ultimate team side of it. The packs, the sets, the methods, the how to make coins with those things have been taken away from people and nerfed because a lot of things that aren't even in the game anymore. B&Ds were put in the game because people were farming trade block and farming all this shit. And I know Fox wants the trade block back. And I'm almost like, don't bring the trade block back, but give us being able to put the rewards in sets, giving us like better rewards, give us like, they took that stuff away because was it 2 years ago? Everyone was farming the side accounts with the login stuff and getting hundreds of thousands of coins. They were farming the sets to be able to get hundreds of thousands of coins that way. People want to play the different stuff. The game was created about different ways. It was created around Madden first, and Madden was made first of just playing. There was no MUT. It was just load up and play the game, regs, and that's all there was. I understand that the passion and you just want people to love to play the game. I understand that. But we want to love to play the game, build Ultimate Team, and do the stuff. Some people just want to play Superstar KO. Some people just want to play CFM. There is a different community for all of those. And no matter what community you're in, that doesn't mean that you don't have an opinion.
Can I interject as a known MUT shitter?
Yeah.
Okay. So gameplay wise, I think I'm probably the third worst in here, aside from Scomo and Swift.
Relax.
Right. So if I face Dubby, he's gonna smoke me. But that's not a fucking issue for me. I have no issue with going into a head-to-head game and getting smoked by pro players.
That's a lie. Shut up. That's a lie. Nobody
I got
likes
no
losing.
issue with that.
No, nobody likes losing. That's the biggest misconception.
I don't like losing.
When casuals say this, oh, I don't really care about winning. Everybody cares. Everybody boots up every single video game.
You won't play me in bot wars.
Like everybody cares about winning and losing. I hate when people say, I don't care if I lose. Yeah, everybody does. A 4-year-old, 8-year-old, an 84-year-old, everybody cares that they lose. So cut that shit out.
I care if I lose, but I also understand that 99 out of 100 times, you're going to beat me. I beat Joke the year after he won the MCS tourney. I beat Joke. He went 24 and won a weekend league. I beat him. Then he smoked the shit out of me the next game. So I understand where my fucking equation is in this game, right? I cover the content. I cover the packs. I cover all the new shit coming out. I go over tips on how to do this, how to do that for the casuals. W, have the hardcore people. Your opinion's different than mine. Your opinion's different than everybody in here. What I'm saying is the whole point of this entire fucking thing is to talk about what our issues are with the game and not to take shots at each other. You've been yelling for 40 minutes. And I'm not here to say stop yelling because you're a grown man, do what the fuck you want. I'm saying, can we actually do what the round table was supposed to be? Can we agree?
No, we have,
I'll piggyback off Zirksee.
I thought my ideas were great. I love my ideas.
I liked your idea.
No. Because even before, dude, like people did play the game for different reasons, bro. Like people played CFM when I was like 12, bro. I used to rebuild whoever the fuck the Lions or whatever. It's okay to want to play the game for different reasons. The barrier of entry shouldn't be you got to play the best people. When I load up 2K, I don't give a shit if I lose in 2K. Do I play Madden? I care beyond all fuck if I win in Madden. Some shit, dude, you're just fucking around. But no, like there should be a place for, I don't know, all the shit. Like, do I get the menu shit, the market shit? No. I know a bunch of dudes love it, so I'm like, okay, cool. And hopefully, if we could, ideally, W, the thing would be to funnel people into playing more gameplay and to be in, hey, gameplay's not that bad. Offline seasons, just like you said, get into it. Oh, shit, I win every offline season game. Maybe I'll try a head-to-head game. And no, they shouldn't match up with you the first game. If Zirksee plays you, Zirksee knows he's going to get his dick kicked in by you. That's fine. Whatever. No,
Swift.
but there shouldn't just be like, hey, I'm gonna load up. I have to play gameplay online head-to-head. I gotta sweat. Like there is some casual shit to it, and that's just like part of it.
Swift, what's your take so far on the casual, no money perspective of like how you play the game, on what you're hearing from the different people?
You said Swift?
Yeah, I'm saying Swift. I know I had a call for you,
Yeah.
but you probably won't say anything, so I'm saying Swift.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. I've been just enjoying a state, kind of listening to everyone's opinions. Wasn't planning on interjecting at the start there for sure, but as a no money spent guy, I'd say like the main stuff for me is a little bit of a lack of stuff to grind for right now personally. I feel like it's kind of just, well, before Zero Chill, it was kind of just like log on, play my dailies and mud champs, and then I didn't really have a ton to do after that. So I feel like that was kind of the main thing for me.
So to Dubby's
but like
answer, what would you say to Dubby then with his response when it was like, just get on and play the game? Like you should just want to play the game.
it's just like, I feel like for me, I almost prefer the menu stuff. So it's like fun to build the team. So I'm more interested in like, okay, can I find a cool set that can make me coins with team diamonds? Yeah, it brought us those opportunities. Or like with the rerolls, yeah, this one and the Zero Chill one, you had a chance if you bought training at the right price. So I don't mind the fact that they changed those two things up, but like there wasn't much of that before. And I'd hope that they continue to do that in the future.
Would you be okay as a no money spent person to be like, okay, they're giving me more stuff to do offline where I don't have to play the game, but I'm not getting as good cards as Dubby?
Oh yeah. I mean, I wouldn't suspect that like a no money spent guy should be having the best team in the game, to be honest with you. That's just not the way it's going to work. If it was the way it was if it was the way it worked, EA would make no money because no one would buy their packs, and realistically they want to make money. So I don't think as a no money spent guy we should have the best team in the game. I think it should be competitive to play against mid-level players, and if you're really good at the game, maybe you can beat a good player, but realistically I don't expect to have the best team in the game without spending money.
No, but you should have to spend either money or a fuck ton of time to have the very best team, right? Like it shouldn't just be fucking like you walk in, get it, but it should be attainable. Yeah. I think like that's,
yeah, I mean like attainable,
fair, right?
but in this, yeah, attainable, but like for the upper 3%.
Yeah, I mean, if you want the literal best team at all times, it makes sense for you to have to put in a bunch of time or money. I get a little upset where I feel like I'm putting in a bunch of time and money. I'm like, wait a second, it's supposed to be time or money, not time and money. I think other people can kind of relate to that. That's what I saw some tweets from like people like Goat Geezy. I feel like John B's made a tweet, something like that. And so I'm sure a bunch of other people too, talking about like, we're putting in fuck ton of time and money for the best team, which is kind of like, what are we doing here? That's where it feels like it's just like expensive to the point where it's like it's just too much. Like that's where I'm upset. It's too much. There shouldn't be, hey, my brother can go get Madden on Christmas and in a month have the best team. No, that's kind of stupid. But also shouldn't be my brother got Madden for Christmas and no matter what he does, he can't get the best team unless he drops $2-3 grand and then another grand 90 days later. It's like, bro, that's fucking stupid. I just ripped $150 worth of packs here and I still have to. I'm at 350 coins left, or I have 350 points left and 600k coins and like 4 million left to put in. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's the issue.
Balance.
I've been quiet,
Hello, CC.
which is good. So I'm a combination of all you guys, right? That's what I am. I play the game twice. I have 2 accounts. I keep up with and I do everything 2 times. Yes, on a no money spent perspective, I don't put in a ton of time. Maybe what Joe does or Swift. I don't be honest. I don't know how much time Swift puts in, but I'll say it's less than Swift. And if you do things the right way, the game is playable on a menu side or on an online side, however you want to do it. You just have to have the right path and the right vision of what you want to do. So the way that I preach a no money spent side, for me, where I spend as little time as possible, literally as little time as I possibly can, it's about knowing what you want to get out of your experience within the game, right? I like to play good players. I like to have those competitive games, but I know over there, hey, that's probably not where it's going to be. It's preaching patience on cards. It's preaching not opening fucking coin packs or any of that stuff. I do find that the best balance for a complete player is spending a little bit of time and a little bit of money. That's with the special offers and kind of avoiding the big stuff. From a money spent perspective, like Civil was just saying that some of the other guys have, is I spend money on my main account and I spend a ton of fucking time. I'm doing Team Diamonds again on there and I spend all this money. It's really hard to consistently try to keep up with the same things, have the best cards and all that stuff constantly. It's very, 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 very hard. And that's the only way that people who are really trying to compete, they kind of have to kind of go in that path and that method. If you want the best card for your theme team or your favorite player, it doesn't matter, and it's expensive, then yeah, you're going to have to work for it. It's the same thing with everything in life. Nothing is going to be given to any of us at any point in time. All of us here are creators. We've all worked for what we had to do. You didn't fire up your first Twitch stream and get 1,000 subs. Didn't happen. Your first YouTube video didn't get 1 million views and now you're Mr. Beast. You guys have been around a long time and the people in the community have been around a long time. I don't give a shit how someone wants to play the game at all. The way I started and how I realized the best way for me to create content, which a lot of it isn't necessarily me, it's CC, right? Is knowing that what I want, me being a better player, me being someone who can spend money, me being someone who has the knowledge to not spend money and still build and be successful, I have to take myself away from all of that and understand, hey, I'm the 1% or I'm the 5%. What's good for the 95%? It may not benefit me. I went out and I bought Ray Lewis the day he came out for 2.2 million coins. When Josh Allen came out, everyone was complaining that, oh, now we've got another card. This one's losing value. But then we complained about the price of the card that was replacing the card that was too expensive.
That's where it all started.
It gets
That's
too,
where it started.
It was.
That's where it started.
It was.
And
It was the
apparently,
cover athlete.
apparently, I just heard about how people don't want to play the game and they enjoy the menus. That's great. Then why the hell do they care about the price of the new cover athlete that just dropped? You can't have it both ways. Either you want the new card to go compete and play against other people, that's cool. All right, then you got to do what you got to do. But if you don't want to play, online, you just want to build your team, why do we need a new Ray Lewis when he came out? And there's also a million alternatives to these cards that people don't understand. There's better cards than Richard Sherman. There's cheaper cards than Richard Sherman. There's alternatives to all these cards. And that's what makes me so bad that people just so quick to say it costs so much. If you really want to play the game and you really want to go out there and just play head-to-head or play your friends, whatever it is, you can have cards that are comparable to the best. Are they the best card? No, but they're not the reason you're losing, and they're not the reason you're not having fun. It's not because you don't have the new cover athlete, Richard Sherman. That's what pisses me off. And people make it seem like it's a big deal that you don't have Richard Sherman, mostly because all of us promote the hell out of those new cars that drop every single day, right? We all have the new cars.
It's
We
shiny
promote
and
them
it's
all the
flashy.
time, 100%. But the biggest misconception in this entire community is that you need the new card right away. When in
I agree.
actuality, you don't need that at all to play Madden. And if you're not playing head to head and you're not sweating, why do you need the new Ray Lewis to build your team in the menus? Let's put 2 and 2 together. Who are the people that are really complaining right now? Where are they? They want their cake and they want to eat it too. They want the newest cards and they want to play in the menu. Who are the people that are complaining about this? That can't keep up. I want to just see an example.
It's too hard. So it's too hard to keep up, right? And that's a really, really hard thing for people to grasp, regardless of what it is. So even when you're driving down the road and you see someone maybe in a nicer car, you'd be like, man, what did they do to get that, right? That's a similar type of complaint, right? But because that's a goal that feels so unattainable, driving the brand new BMW or whatever it is, I don't give a shit, right? Like, oh man, okay. That's always that envy of trying to keep up with the Joneses, and that's real. And what it feels like in here within any of these types of games, not just MUT, is that that's obviously what drives the future. That's why we have progressions. If you played MLB this year when there was no progression, it got really fucking boring. You have to have that slow progression because you want to see, oh, this card's now one faster, or this ability. Everyone wants what's new because at the end of the day, how someone wants it. If the worst player in the world wants Ray Lewis, go buy him. But don't buy him the day he comes out. Get him in a week, right? Get them in a week. I mean, the cars I have, I don't even buy new cars, right?
I mean,
I
all the
love
cars
cars.
that
Cars is
everyone's
like my
thinking
biggest
about.
passion, and I will still wait to be like, all right, I'll get it next year. It'll be used 15% off. That's a really hard thing to get across to people because a MUT coin is this unfathomable fake thing that just sits on our screen here, and it's 2 million coins. I have 1 million coins. Okay, well if I buy the bundle, I can get it, right? And then it's everyone. And I believe all of us too, you spend money in this game, you've got buyer's remorse. Shit, the worst thing I do is also it's never actually worth it.
Never.
But the only thing that is good about this is that if you are spending your money on this, it ain't the worst thing in the world. There's a lot of worse things you can put your money into. And that's its own separate thing. People that don't like it, fine. You don't want to play the game, don't do it. One thing, I'm a food example guy. So a lot of people who don't like the way that certain things are within Madden, MUT, microtransactions, EA Sports, I don't give a shit which one it is, however they're thinking, they will complain about something that they're not interested in. Me, and I'm going to speak for Zirk here too, I don't really like vegetables, right?
Hell yeah. Double star, baby.
I don't walk through the fucking restaurant at Outback and I see someone with a salad and I'm like, you fucking piece of shit eating salad. Like, it doesn't bother me. If someone wants to have fun one way or another, that's fine. We grew up in an era, me, you, Dub, Scomo, where like, I didn't play fucking online games. I played a video game to play it, and that was it. That's changed since the advent of online gaming, which I feel personally has ruined a lot of gaming because now it's all of what it is. Of what am I getting from this? Oh, I need a new skin. You know the skins I grew up? There was a regular Mario, there was one who could throw some fireballs, and eventually we got one with a raccoon tail. Those are the skins I had growing up, and they were fucking awesome. Now, I've got to sit here every day and wonder and hope that my present quick sells for enough snowflakes so I can have an interesting video. That's just weird, right? So we've come a long way. If someone wants to sit on the menus, let them sit on the menus. EA, I want them to give them the best menu experience possible. Rolls are good. Fucking go roll your heart out. I hate getting my ass beat by someone. All right, go play the computer. I don't give a shit how you want. But for me as a creator and all of us in here and a lot of the people listening, That is the best thing for everyone. The more people that will get onto Madden, that is why they have these field passes and stuff, because it's not to get you to fucking spend money. They want a daily interaction, so you will get onto the game. The more time you spend, the more likely you are to spend money. That's the truth. That's the way it is. That's why you go to a car dealership to keep you around as long as possible, right? Don't let them leave. They don't want to let us leave. That's why we have daily objectives, which used to be open a pack, score a touchdown, your daily objective's done. Now I got to get 10 touchdowns? I don't want to go get 10 fucking
100
touchdowns.
points.
Don't tell me what to do. Let me just come in the game and just have my fucking objective as play a game. It could be a solo. I don't care. The moment EA starts telling me how I should be going about my daily routine on their game, it drives me away. And it's why I will do the minimum on one account and I focus heavy on the other. We can have problems with each other and some of the feelings that we have. That's fine. There's no need to necessarily fix something like that. But when we fight, it's not good for anyone.
It's not.
Because the more people that I bring into the community, eventually they're going to now maybe click on a recommended video on YouTube, or the one time I stream on Twitch, maybe they'll be like, oh, I see Gutfox is streaming. I don't know what a Gutfox is. That's interesting. Let's go check it out. Bam. Oh, I like what I'm seeing here, right?
I mean,
and it goes along that path.
Gutfox screaming that he wants seasons fixed, that people can't play the solo battles and they're not getting the rewards from that. And then Dubby just saying play the game. Like, you both have to realize, like yes, the game needs to be fixed. Seasons needs to be fixed. We need the more options to play. Yes, we just want to play the game, but a lot of people are asking to play the game specifically the way that they want to play the game too. I mean, we have to be better as community members and leaders to influence the rest of the community, because if we're all just yelling at each other like idiots, EA isn't going to know who to hear or hear anything or do anything.
Well, if we weren't yelling at you, this wouldn't be as popping. If we weren't yelling at each other, you know, it wouldn't be as more exciting. There wouldn't be as many people in here, and it wouldn't have as much attention on it. Let's just be honest, you know.
Does that like make any sense though? Like Dubby, like you have to know that like
but
people
it does
want
make
to
sense.
play. Like people want to play.
It makes sense. If we weren't yelling at each other and weren't passionate about it, and me and Gutfox weren't yelling at each other, then you know this shit wouldn't be popping, and there wouldn't be this many people interested in it. You know, so sometimes you gotta just be passionate about your points, and it's okay. It's not.
No,
although the den has been very mean to me the last couple of days. I can't lie. They're starting to get to me. You know, I actually blocked like 4 people with no profile picture this week. It's been rough. It's really been rough.
No, and I love the passion that all of us have, because I don't think any of us are here. There's no one is creating Madden content without a fucking love or passion for the game. Because we have to deal with this shitty company constantly feeding us, and we have to do our best to try to make everything as good as possible for how your viewer, your consumer is taking it. We all have that passion. I get mad as shit about the game, but I do my best not to put it out there.
So I will say, you know, the den also gets at me on a daily basis, so I feel you, Dub. One thing, like, okay, I got a question to open the floor, I guess to Zirk, actually. Is this year's Pack Strike more successful than last year's because of the increase in limited time odds on Mr. Tyreek Hill? Is, you know, after months last year, EA saw it again this year for a couple days, right? Because were you on Pack Strike?
This shit wasn't even really a pack strike.
Like that's like I don't okay. Like I don't know. We got everyone here. We got the few people here, and I've called out Zirk already, and I'm gonna call out Zirk once again. He's got tough enough skin for me to call him out. When I started doing the round table and putting us all together, I was talking to CC for about a week. We were like, bro, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Like everyone's going at each other. Like we could see it building. And I reached out to a few people and I was like, hey, would you guys like to do a round table? And Zirk said, good idea. Last year, I was the leader in the face of the pack strike, and it just really didn't go anywhere, and it was hard. Don't want to do that this year. 2 hours later, motherfucker's tweeting at him. He's like, I'm going to be pack strike for a little bit, I guess, for now. Like, that's on him. It's on him, but there was no pack strike. I never said pack strike. He never decided to do a pack strike. And the thing about a pack strike that we learned last year, EA is a billion-dollar company that is not going to meet us at the line and negotiate with us. You can't strike something if they're never going to meet you and know that you even accomplished things. We could think that we accomplished things last year, but we don't know that. And Zirk jumped to it. He got peer pressured into it, and there was really no pack strike. This was the plan, to try to talk about real fundamental things that we could suggest to do to EA to fix. That was the plan.
The reason why I tweeted that I was a part of Pack Strike. Number one, yeah, I can admit that I probably folded to the pressure of, the community with the situation that I'm in of trying to please, as Dubby would say, the plebs, as he would say. That's on me. I obviously have to learn to do better than that. Not to say that I don't support Pack Strike, but this wasn't a huge fucking Pack Strike. I said in my video, hey, I'm not going to open packs. I literally said, I'm not calling for a pack strike. You can open up packs if you want. You can go watch the video. I put it up. You can go watch it. Yes, I tweeted, I'm going to be part of pack strike for now, were my exact words. The reason I put that was because if we decided as a community, and especially so knowing that we had this roundtable talk coming up on today, if we decided as a community to get everybody involved with it, if everyone was down to do it again, then that's a different situation. But the issue is last year we had every single person in here, except for Dubby's bald ass, doing the pack strike, right? That's Dubby's character. He gonna do what he do. I'm trying
to win money. I can't do a pack strike. That's fair.
And you know what? Me, Scomo, and a lot of other people said, comp players, we understand. Open bundles. Yeah. You need the coins. You need the players. Like, it's cool. It's fine. But what we did last year was we had everybody in there. Popular Stranger, Scomo, CC, Swift, Fox, damn near everybody, right? We had a ton of people. We were spamming EA with Pack Strike. I tweeted one time about Pack Strike. I'm not under EA tweets, spamming Pack Strike, putting out a bunch of tweets this week. I tweeted one fucking time about it, right? And said, I'm not going to open up packs. If last year was a failure and we had 90% of the content creators on it, and then I go and I'm the only one of the big guys that I know that were doing, I don't know if any other guys said you were also open packs, but if I went out there and said, I'm not going to open packs right now, and then I decide, you know what, this shit ain't worth it. People said last year was a failure. Nothing's going to change. This content coming out in December, nothing's going to change. They're going on a break. Whatever content's coming out is coming out. There's literally going to be zero changes because they are not in the fucking office to change shit. So if I'm just going to be saying, oh, pack strike, oh, these packs are ass, they couldn't have changed shit anyways. So what does it benefit us or myself even to do it? There's no benefit in doing it.
Yeah. I mean, like,
took
here's
notes,
the thing is, like, what somebody else saying? Go ahead.
No, I said Zirk took notes when we talked to him. I'm so proud of this little kid.
We had about a 90-minute chat.
Yeah, go ahead, Fox.
Scomo and CC call me a kid, but basically,
yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, the as we see by the odds and the amount of no limit is being pulled, and the price of a card that we would think be 5 million coins is down to like what 1.5, 1.3. So
and that's a big deal.
Seems like EA listened. No, did EA change their game, or what the heck happened? Because it does seem like the roll based off stats is profitable now.
No, I just think the overalls went up, and then rather than just being a program, this is a promo. Like, this is zero chill. This is everyone logs on. This isn't like a Monday, like, oh, you got a little program, it's 3 cards. Oh, it's Tuesday, you got 2 cards, here they are. Like, and like they just gave you the 1 pack, and kind of people were like discouraged from that. So like people didn't open. So like they were good cards and they were expensive because like people weren't really on. But now we had the plan, odds increased. We had all these different packs in there. We had the bundles in there. We had the store offers in there. And then people engaging with Zero Chill, all these people that had saved up all the mystery packs for all those packs. I mean, John Beast had 55,000 packs like saved up or something, like all that stuff. And then, you know, I've been rolling training. You didn't do any of that stuff for like Sherman. So I think like all those factors in is why he's not 3, he's 1.
So you're saying EA put out a more engaging promo and everybody's screaming pack odds. You clearly don't understand what the hell I'm saying. The odds have gone up how many times this year? And the rerolls were still bad, and they were still only returning 30% of your value. Whereas now it's, you know, technically green. If you do even coin,
I haven't pulled the green.
You're clearly not understanding. You know what I mean? Like people, I've said this a lot. It's the rolls are the rolls based off the stats out of the rolls. Doesn't matter. Odds go up because it's going to rebalance. It's more expensive. Like, so that's my whole point. Is it does seem like
it feels better.
EA changed some things.
It feels better.
It does, but the question is, okay, and it is possible, because I know a lot of people seem it's impossible to do so. It is possible to go on a day-by-day basis when it comes to things. You can look at shit and say, you know what, LTD Tyreek, great job. They made his pull rate really high.
Bro, like the
He's
outrage y'all caused the other day, what, Monday or whatever it was like insane. Was like a whole, like, bro, it was a whole fucking thing just for y'all to switch up on, I don't know, what day did Tyreek come out? Yesterday, Thursday. It's like, bro, what are we doing?
I was
like, bro, like, I just saw like 50 tweets Wednesday, Tuesday. I'm like, bro, we can't be doing that like that. Because now I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on. What are we doing?
Wasn't the big accusation on Fox's name that he's only negative to EA? But when something good happens, you're like, Fox, why aren't you negative to EA still? Almost like we respond to what's happening.
Bro, y'all were talking about forming this whole ass movement attack. You were tweeting stupid ass shit.
Who the fuck said we were forming a? Who said we were forming a movement?
Hey, did you? What is Pack Strike? Pack Strike.
So again, I put out one tweet, right?
But that's what it is. Like that's it. That's
you are a movement. Zirksee, you're a movement.
Like that is
anything
that you
fucking say.
Thank you.
Did I see now? Here's my thing. Did I tweet out? Here's the pack strike. Here's our demands. Here's what we want. No, I put out a long ass video describing what's wrong with MUT. We're also talking about that shit today. This is a day by day basis. I said in my video, go back and watch the video. When this content dropped, I said, wow, Tyreek's cheap. That's great, right? LTD odds seem to be good. That's good. Solo rewards. All right. These seem okay. Field pass. We got a BND champion. All right. That's good. Then I said, what the fuck is up with snowflakes? I don't know. That shit's stupid. I think that's going to obviously change with house rules, whatever, the part 2. But it is a day-by-day shit. Sunday rolls around and cover athletes drop, and these fuckers are 3 million coins again. I'm going to be saying, well, this is ass. Pack odds are shit on these.
Right.
It's a day-by-day thing. It's not.
You got, like, I don't even blame you, like, but you got to, like, realize, like, bro, like, did you not see Twitter the first, I don't know, whatever days it was this week, Monday, Tuesday? I'm like, bro, it's a whole ass thing. Then just for Tyreek to drop.
Explain to him that he's an influencer. I don't think he knows he's an influencer.
Hold on. All right, Twerksy, listen. we saw your video, right?
Yeah.
And how many people watched your video?
I don't know.
No.
You can look at the count. It tells you. You got it. There's a
right. I'm trying to find your tweet from then, because the
23K.
23K. Now, how many people saw your tweet? It said Pack Strike.
I don't know.
Because while I saw the video and I know your full context, I think there's 10 times more people that don't know the full context that saw your tweet.
yes.
That's the influence. Okay.
Yep.
Right. So there's not a 1-to-1. I said it in a video. I said it to my 147,000 people who are dying to hear my every word. Okay.
And I'm gonna say that goes also to like that goes to Dubby and Gutfox like too, like because a lot of these guys don't understand the sarcasm. Like they don't. And especially when everyone's on edge, it like
no sarcasm. I ain't had no sarcasm till like the last couple days, but not that first day.
Hold on.
No sarcasm.
Let's talk about Monday, okay? A lot of people were upset Monday. Civil's right. I didn't say shit on Monday. So to me, this isn't the battle that I even know about, right? I wasn't involved in it because I, CC, understood why these cards were expensive. And I already got to deal with these 2 little kids that live in my house. And I do not have the time to deal with the 10,000 who are going to be responding on the Twitter. Maybe that's on me for not trying to put a slightly more level-headed approach out there. We got a shitty special offer, and we got 5 coin packs for cards that everyone wants. Of course they're going to be expensive. They're hard to pull, right? That's EA's way. They should have given us sets. Fuck, I agree. I saw it. I was confused. Where the fuck is the set? How do I get this card? Oh, fuck. All right, I'll just go buy it. Whatever. I don't care, right? In and out. I couldn't believe what I was seeing throughout the community. For a Stephon Gilmore wide receiver, you got to be shitting me. Right, and again, it was the same thing that we got a Josh Allen who lowered the price of Ray Lewis, who was too expensive, but the card that lowered the price of Ray Lewis is now also too expensive. EA's not giving us these things. I want Sherman. I want Gronk. I get it. Cards get expensive at times, right? They do. Part of the reason that cards are more expensive at certain points in these years. Reason number 1, people have more coins. The more coins are on the market, the more coins people are going to be willing to spend. That's the truth. Coins are easier to make. You may not be able to get the most expensive cards, but again, the sheer actual number of coins you can get. Obviously, the coin counts, because of such, are inflated. Number 2, cards are more rare. The reason that cards were less rare in the past was, hey, we had the trade block. So we could go on and you would open it on your main account. You'd open it on a side account because those are the best deals. Let me go open it a couple times. I'll trade it over to myself. Bam, I got some coins. Oh, I pulled 2 of them on my 2 farm accounts. Without that influx of additional cards, from not even the whales, $20, I think a lot of people probably end up spending that. I have no idea the numbers. But what happens is that now we have the removal of the trade block causing a lot of this to happen, which sucks. I don't think the trade block should be removed, but that's its own thing. But MUT, whether we like it or not, and whether the people who hate EA or not, MUT's growing. There's more people. There's a lot of users out there. So now all of a sudden we have a 10, 20% less supply, which then equates to a 30, 40% spike in the prices of the most desirable cards. Because what we see happens after, and what we've seen this year, especially with the general prices of cards, is the market is just in a straight tank and downfall constantly. Right? I mean, I swear it was a month ago, 84s were like still good cards to have. I'm buying them for 6,000 coins today. You know?
Listen. And then on top of that, during this whole thing, Team Diamonds were going on where the 84s weren't 6,000 coins.
Oh, no, they weren't.
60,000. So that same time when the cards were dropping, regular base elites were getting, some were getting 200K, some were getting 100K. The entire market was insane because it was right during Team Diamonds. So of course the limiteds are going to be expensive. Everybody has tons of coins because if you saved your golds, like you guys have been telling me all year, the guys that love the menu saved their golds, right? They made hella coins off Team Diamonds. Hella coins. They should have if they were real menu lovers like you guys say they are. And that's fine. They should have made hella coins. So at the same time where I'm buying Jamar Chase for 300,000 coins, that's when the prices were high. So that affected the price of the limiteds as well.
Yeah, I have 1,400 golds in my binder. That shit was awesome.
Yeah, not gold players, but
there were no golds in there. See,
there was no golds in there.
No golds and diamonds. Dubby's allowed to make the mistake because I know he didn't do shit.
No,
we got Comp Pass level 10 over here talking about his golds. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh, is there anything else?
That's what they say.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Fox.
Can we? I gotta go soon. Is there anything else, Scomo, on your agenda that we need to talk about, like making MUT better, or like what was what's the rest you got going on the list?
Yeah, go for it.
So,
let's move.
Before you have to leave, moving on to the different things. If you obviously the list of there's the broken stuff, but if you were just going to suggest or whatever, what do you think your main 1 or 2 points are? What do you think it is of a overhaul or major thing? Like, I understand you got a lot of different points on things, but have you really thought down and thought about what you think a solution could then?
I think so obviously there's ideas for making the game better. Formation subs, custom audibles, trade block, uniforms, maybe custom uniforms, a lot of stuff that you can go on, right? Their auto ban detection is ass. But like truly the one change that needs to happen They need people who play MUT on the MUT team. People that actually make the game. I need to see them grind the game. For too many years, like the people on the MUT team, they can just gift themselves the cards. The people there don't actually grind it like we do. And that's why the comp pass has been a goddamn disaster, right? It's why all these things have happened. But that's why we used to get a legend card. Now we get 2 legend packs that give us like an 84. So that's the one change I want. That's the one piece of feedback if EA's in here. Get people on the MUT team that play MUT.
Fox,
They miss Kralo for that.
Fox, can you say how comp has ruined MUT? Because like that's the thing you'd be spreading crazy on Twitter, and I guess I don't know it. I don't know how it does.
So me and Dubby had a podcast like 3 years ago that talked about this, and it was a very in-depth conversation. I would recommend checking that out. So check out Dubby's YouTube channel.
You can't,
because that one was like an hour-long discussion.
There isn't just like a I don't know, a recap of that. I mean, I have a tweet right here saying, what's it say? It's just annoying, bro. It makes all of comp look fucking bad.
Like,
I promise you, bro, it makes almost no.
I told you why, because now the sweats are out and everybody's trying to be a sweat. Everybody's a cheese ball and MUT head to head. Where in actuality, before the comp was MUT, all the cheese balls were playing regs and they didn't have to endure with people flipping bunch and people glitch blitzing the hell out of them. And it was a lot sweeter on the MUT head to head. That is why they think comp ruined Madden.
I don't know why you
100%.
think that. Everybody in Madden 15 when I first started was running PA end around, right? They were still booting. People like
yeah, but
I don't know.
that wasn't even. But no, they weren't. They weren't. The best players were not playing MUT until EA made them play MUT. They weren't.
Well, I'm just telling you, the meta's always been fucking awful in MUT too.
Yeah,
it's still been there. But here's the thing.
they just weren't good at it.
Like,
No, so here,
okay,
here, I want to defend just there were only bad players playing MUT. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think that I remember sitting in a party. It was in Madden 25. I don't know if anyone remembers who Wowzers is, but he was in there. Serious Mo came in, was starting to try to get into MUT. Played a game. He got beat by a MUT shitter, right? So MUT is a different game, and I think it took some time for the better players to figure out how really MUT is versus how Madden is, because it is a different game, right? I remember watching Problem, greatest of all time, losing to Slump City on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Right? So there was an adjustment period that happened between 25 and 16 when MCS really kind of became a thing, right? That first big real MCS, not the Madden 25 MUT head tournament, not any of this other shit. I was a great player back then. And I could compete. I could play those people. Right before Stiff won his belt, I beat him. Right? But that's its own thing. Stiff was a good player. Me, I'm not as good, right? Did that change? It got so much worse. Because once the flow of money, that's where the players follow, right? So it was starting 17 and 18 and all that. When all of a sudden you started seeing some of those more of those guys come in now. And I think, again, just with the natural progression of how it is that you've got some of these, I always talk about it with kids with these young fingers and these thumbs, like it's a different world now, right? Because they've grown up learning how to play Madden at a super high level, following these other people, getting in the right crews and learning things. And they have the physical talent to actually do it. Whereas someone like me relies more on just a knowledge base at this point in time. So I think that the level of competition in Madden, now MUT, has grown exponentially. But I don't think that started at 25 and 15. I think there was still a disconnect in there for a while.
So one question I want to ask Gutfox and Dubby on how they take this perspective. Any comp Madden was not first. It was Madden first, everyone loving to play the game, and because people played it so much, got better, then comp Madden came. That's with like any sport. The NFL didn't exist before there was other people playing football. Basketball, the NBA didn't exist before people loved playing basketball. Same thing with pickleball or any other sport. It doesn't matter what you play. You don't have the casual group of the people loving to play the game casually. You can't get the people to play the game enough until they would love it and get good enough to be comp. So if we're saying that comp has ruined it, then if the game's going to be good enough, then people are going to want to play enough to get good enough. And then when you're good enough, you're going to want to compete. But also then at the same time, if you're going to want to grow the competitive level, aren't you going to have the game casually fun to keep on bringing in the new people, to bring in the new kids to get to the competitive level? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, comp Madden didn't inherently ruin comp didn't ruin Madden. The growth of Madden is what helped ruin it, because there was just, as it became more popular, the information spread. When the information spreads, the knowledge spreads. That's why it's so easy, right? Back in the day, when only 50 people knew what they were doing, were they the best 50 players, or were they the most knowledgeable 50 players? Well, now that everyone has the knowledge, it's so easy. Like, you play some of these kids, I would think that these are some of the top 100 players in the world. I'll happen to catch that gamer tag playing against someone in a tournament and just get this shit kicked out of them. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not in that tournament.
Yeah, bro, I guess, CC, more so what I'm getting at, bro, is like the notion that like comp players dictate the game, comp players do this and that, bro. Like if you watch
okay.
if you watch if you watch what comp players say on Twitter after patches or after this and that, or different gameplay features each year are revealed, bro, it's just like, bro, we're just as frustrated as however frustrated MUT menu guys are at MUT menus. We are just as frustrated at gameplay. Like it's not dictated by one or the other. Their biggest issue is that I think they try catering to everybody inside of one game mode. There's nothing for a dude who just wants to play John Madden football after work to go do. You know, me and him end up matching up. Of course he's going to want to kill himself by the end of it. It sucks. Like, there's nothing for, like, I don't know. They try to do everything all in once in it, or all in one game mode, essentially.
In one league. Like, yeah, like, you got to come home, and instead of playing Pee Wee football, you got to jump in and play the NFL. Like, it's just like, you can't play fucking, if I want to go play basketball, I'm not going to play in a professional league. I'm just going to go down to the freaking LA Fitness and try to play basketball with some people down there. There is nothing like that.
Depends which LA Fitness you go to.
I
mean, that's true.
But no, like I can get that. Like, not everyone wants to be comp.
Do you want comp to go back to regs?
Man, that's a different discussion. Like, no, I don't think it has anything to do with MUT.
It should have some. Yes, there should at least be one Regs tournament every year.
So I'll do one. But like in an entirety, I don't know. There's
no, not entirety.
There's too many variables.
The game is designed for MUT. The other modes are like way more.
Well, they don't even update Regs abilities anymore. I don't think. Like, Regs is the same game since day one, besides different players.
Draft. I mean, that's coming down to like everything. Draft isn't getting updated. Regs isn't getting updated.
Regs gets updated every week.
No, Regs doesn't get like abilities is everything, right? They've had, I think, one ability update. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it happens with patches, but it's again. They have to keep it as realistic as possible. That Destin guy, he's got to, he's got to do all that stuff. So it's different. No, I think that there are competitive modes that were introduced in more casual modes. The casual mode is all pro seasons, right? That's what the casual online experience is supposed to be. However,
broken.
It's broken, but MUT Champions has a much more defined path when it came out as Weekend League, right? So even when you're competitive or not competitive, well, I'm gonna let me try this out. I want to see how good I am, right? But that's where the rewards are. There's a point that Scomo kind of wants to make is that when you go into a seasons mode, it'll say you're gonna get 1,500 coins per win, and what are the Super Bowl rewards? Well, when you get there, we'll show you what the rewards are. So you don't even know like what your potential earning power is as you go into that. However, when you would go into MUT Champions, which is a competitive mode, again, where all the better players are going to start to feed into that way, it tells you right out the gate, or it used to, you can get 200,000 coins if you get 18 wins. Well, holy shit, 200,000 for 18 wins, that's incredible. I want to try that, right? And then everyone complained, and we had all Madden seasons, right? Which I think was a great addition because I think the game just plays better over there. Well, unfortunately, it's not like you have to have a certain elo or skill level to get in there. It's literally right next to it. All Madden, all play that, right? And its matchmaking is slightly broken, right? Is it a skill-based matchmaking thing that's having issues? Is it not enough direction and directive by EA of where you should be playing the game based on how your talent or your passion for the game is? Maybe it is. But I don't know if there's a good way to segment that either, right? EA's giving you 7 ways to play the game, but they don't really tell you where you should be playing it. They just kind of go pick, and as people get past whatever the average player would be into you could call it a casual, someone who maybe has a Twitter account, has a Reddit account, follows people on Madden, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube as it grows, right? Those people aren't casuals anymore, Like if you're keeping up with something and you're getting on daily, you're not really a casual. I'm a casual at 2K. I own the game. I fire it up once. I'll play it. Then I'm done. That's casual. I don't give a shit about a My Team card. I'm not a casual in here. I'm not even a casual at Fortnite because I have to hear my little kid talk about it all the time. I can tell you everything that's happened in that game, right? Because he keeps up with everything.
All right, I'm gonna peace out. So, Civ, your question was about my tweet? Did you have a question?
Yeah, I'm just I'm asking, or I guess saying shit like that it's just incorrect.
That comp ruined MUT?
That comp players like DubdotDubby getting money from EA
instead of being in regs, right? Comp itself died in 2013, 2014. Yes. It wasn't until it came over to MUT and EA is like, hey, we could sell packs because look at how well CS does with their skins and stuff, right? Off your back. So comp is marketing for the game, which is fair. But here's the thing where I have the problem with it. Whereas over the years, comp, there's 200 people that play comp,
give or take.
Okay. Yeah. But they have an outsized voice. I've seen Joke seriously ruin a lot of things with this game. For example, back in the day, there was the field goal block glitch. It's still on old gen, whatever. DC glitches right now. We used to be able to block them and not have to match up with them. But in a competitive environment, guess what? That's not good. So EA got rid of the ability to block people, to not match up with people that DC field goal block glitch you. And I asked Matt Marcow, who was in charge of the thing at the time, I asked him on Twitter, he responded, he's like, yeah, sorry for you regular folk, we're not going to worry about it. But they're like, yeah, we'll monitor our competitive leaderboard. So they were obviously focused on that, right? Also, fun things that were in MUT, we had stat differences, we had silver cards that were crazy.
Do you think that stuff is taken out because competitive, isn't it?
Don't talk over.
But I'm saying that's not why shit got changed. The impact, the competitive Madden itself inside of Ultimate Team is not nearly as much as you think. And then saying that comp guys are super biased because EA pays them, so what they say doesn't matter at all.
Finish the point before you go. All right, so a lot of the fun things, right? A lot of the comp guys were really angry at a lot of Bo Jacksons being at the position. I saw that complaint a lot. I've seen a lot of complaints about these things over the years. And it's fair. It's okay. That's fine. But a lot of things, the big things that we've had in MUT, the fun, exciting cards, kind of gone, right? And now that's not all in comp. I agree. But here's the thing. The development of Madden in Ultimate Team, in gameplay and stuff, there's a lot of money that goes to putting on these tournaments. The prize pool, I don't know what it's up to, whatever, plus all the employees, plus the studio time, plus all these people that have to play. There's a lot of money, and they lose money on it, okay? They got sponsors. We get Pizza Hut stadiums in our game instead of actual old Three Rivers, right? There's there's a lot of things in games that could happen that aren't, and they're doing this to help promote comp, because comp help promote pack sales in their mind. So, there's a lot of things that I feel have changed for the worse, and I feel like comp has been that thing. And obviously, you guys talked about schemes becoming stale after a comp tournament, right? The craziest, the difference, not the craziest, but the most different Madden always is on launch, right? Everybody's running a different scheme. Well, not everybody. A lot of people just stay in bunch because that's where they've been for however long. But there's a lot of different schemes you see online. But after a comp tournament, then everybody sees who wins. It goes to bunch. Or this last one, I'm seeing a lot more trips tight end now, okay? The last guy won with trips tight end. So all these things I feel like in MUT have changed the game. So it's not one thing you can point to. It's just accumulation of all that thing. And that's why I would I think here's the thing. We would find the best Madden player if it was in regs, right? Or whoever can use that as well. Right now, there's a paywall for comp. And the thing is also, comp is 200 people, like I said. And I don't think the game mode should really be catered towards that, right? The comp people should deal with the game as it's made, and the game shouldn't be catered to comp people, because then you have people saying, hey, make the run better. Hey, make this route better. There's a lot of selfishness too, because it makes their schemes better depending on the game's patch. Because some people can only play trip, some people can only play bunch, some people can only run stretch. So like Madden 20 was great for runners, okay? But then they got angry in 21 when the run wasn't as good. And I saw I got into an argument with Joke about that. And I was like, hey, he's like, just shoot gaps, bro. I'm like, really? Shoot gaps, bro? That's how we're doing the run defense? So it's like all these things added together. And that's why I made that point.
No, like, go, Dubby. I guess my biggest thing, bro, I don't think that's catered to comp as much as you think it is. Some stuff, yeah, comp has a big impact on gameplay. It's also what sets the meta, which like decides how gameplay is played. So like, I don't know, certain weaknesses in the gameplay is exploited, certain actual exploits are exploited. But being someone who's in the weeds of comp, the game isn't catered towards, oh, we want this is what we're getting. There's been complaints, legacy issues, complaints after a different patch, whatever, constantly. Like the game isn't, if that's what your main point is, that MUT is catered towards comp, that's incorrect.
Because
Dubby?
like, here's the thing.
I heard that comp took away superstar cards like Bo Jackson and most feared fun cards. I mean, I guess comp did that. I think that shit's stupid. But and on top of that, I don't know what they fixed in gameplay. And honestly, Joke is right. You need better run defense, dude. Sometimes it's a skill issue, dude. Sometimes it is. It really is. And I honestly, I don't see what comp dudes change the game. And at the same token, I mean, I don't want to sound like an ass, but if you're asking who knows the gameplay the best, the dudes that are best at it. I don't know how we couldn't agree on that. The dudes that play it every day and see what works and doesn't work. I feel like they have the best insight for what's good and bad about the game and for the game, more than a casual player, more than anybody else. So if I were to lean on who could, put impact on the gameplay the most, I would assume it'd be the best players in the world and the ones that really play the game all the time and understand it. But at the same time, I don't think about what competitive has changed in gameplay. I really don't think.
I just listed about the Joke thing. The Joke thing, yeah, on the changes he's gotten to the game, literally itself.
Joke hasn't played Madden in 3 years.
Yeah, what I'm saying, that you asked for an example of something that changed.
And what did he change?
I don't know all the behind the scenes conversations, right? Like, it's obviously hard, but coming up with actual examples on the spot, there's one. Okay.
What's what? They don't have most feared cards. What's the other example?
No, I said that.
What did Joke change?
Dog, the ability, all these DC glitchers, freeze glitchers, back in the day, field goal block glitchers, and still there and old gen. Like I said, that whole part. Where were you zoned? What were you doing?
No, I heard you. So he made you not be able to block Madden players. So you'll run into a field goal blocker. So you'll run into a field goal blocker and you'll get your field goal blocked. Does that ruin your mood? Does that ruin your day?
It pisses me the fuck off. How would that not piss you off?
Because I'll just go play somebody that's right. Because you know why? No, it doesn't. It doesn't piss me off. It doesn't, because it's not. It doesn't beat me. It's just I'll just quit and play somebody that wants to play. I never understood the DC glitchers, the dudes that stay in freeze games. I'm fucking 36 years old. If someone wants to cheese and freeze me, I'm gonna just dashboard and go play somebody that wants to play. I never understood how people get so mad about that corner. Oh, block this guy, block that guy. Just get out the game and go play somebody else. That's my problem, man. All y'all care about is rewards, do this. What am I doing? I have never understood the people that sit in freezes all day, the people that are going to cheat you. They're fucking losers, dude. They're the biggest losers in the world, dude.
If I were to look through your Twitter account right now, would I see a tweet, or maybe I don't know? Was that you said you're gonna sit out because you're built different? You're not beat the freeze glitches and that won't be?
No, I mean a joke, but I am on the record. No, seriously, listen. I am on the record. No, I am on the record. No, listen, no. Go ahead, search it. Go ahead. Listen.
What are we doing, dude?
No,
I gotta go.
Listen.
All right, take it easy.
I am on the record as somebody that never sits in a freeze glitch. I haven't. I am on the record of dashboarding freeze glitches, dashboarding all that stuff. And everybody knows that stuff, man. Like, I'm telling you, it's lame. It's just corny to give those people attention.
Gotcha.
And if that's what competitive has changed, a block list. That is what competitive has changed. What we learned today is changed the block list and goofy most feared players. That is what competitive changed.
My fucking points. You literally
That's what
half
those
what I
were
said.
your points.
Rewind
That
the
was it.
screen.
I can't block people, and I can't have most feared 7 foot tall players. That is
you
what
only able to listen to like 2 sentences in a row at once?
No,
Use the
I
whole
heard you.
brain. Like, okay,
I use you.
like most
You
people
was
have 10% of
stuttering
the
too
brain.
much.
You got like fucking 1% of it. Use the whole thing. Listen to the whole thing. Rewind the
That's all
stream.
you said. That's all you
Oh.
said. That's all you said. I don't have
that's all I
7 foot
said.
players, and I can't block people. Okay, we want 7 foot players, and we
my
want to
God.
block people that block my field
Dude,
goals.
I
That's
feel
what
like
we
I'm
want.
talking to a fucking wall here. I feel like I'm talking
Because
to
you're
a
not
fucking
saying
wall.
anything. Because you're not saying anything.
So fucking frustrating.
You're
All
not
right,
saying
take it easy, dude.
anything.
Have a good rest of the one.
So
The EA intern that they paid to sit through this thing is eating his popcorn and laughing his fucking ass off.
Yeah, he's in hell.
That dude is fucking sitting back. He got the big screen TV right now. The lazy boy chilling.
No, dude's trying to take notes, doesn't know what the fuck to write down.
Man, I don't have most feared players, and I can't block people that block my field goal. Like, come on, dude. Is that it?
No, the impact's more than what people think, but it is what it is. Scomo,
yes,
what's you got something else on the agenda? I have a couple ideas. I have a couple things I'm upset about.
I have a whole list of the stuff that I wanted to talk about, from the Superstar KO stuff to the squad stuff to the seasons not working, CFM integration, and getting all this stuff to be able to give people more reasons to play the game. And like, that was like my whole point of trying to get the point across, that like Dubby saying people should just play the game, but Gutfox saying at the same time they just want more ways to play the game. Like, both are right. Seasons is broken. We need to like literally nonstop. Like, why haven't they fixed seasons? I know they said they were going to be implementing some stuff and tests this weekend, but like, seasons is not working. We want to be able to have more ways to play, ways to compete, relaxing ways to play, and ways to earn rewards of different stuff. There's way too much shit that is capped and balanced from us and regulated like it is actually like this huge market and fucking economy that needs to be regulated. Like, it doesn't need to be regulated. Like you were talking about, like, it's either time or money. And if you're really good and you spend a bunch of time and you spend a bunch of money, I'm not saying I'm good. I'm on the game every day and I've spent a lot of money this year. I still have barely any coins because I'm trying to integrate and interact with the game. And I can't earn money on seasons right now. None of my packs are making me any coins. And if I want to do rolls or anything else, and at the same time, to add on to everything else, when Most Feared came out, I did all the Most Feared objectives. Did that count for my daily? Did that count for my comp? Did that count for anything? No, it didn't count for shit. I literally played all the Most Feared shit and paid all of the objectives and played all of the house rules for Most Feared, and it looked like I didn't play Madden for a week, 2 weeks. Like, it doesn't flow together and letting people play the way that they want to play. Does that make sense?
You tagging me in?
Tagging you
What
in?
trying to do? My God. First
Oh, we
off,
don't
you
have 7 foot players, so we need 7 foot players in the game. We need that.
Hey, I
Hey.
just want to say this before CC goes on. Fend is asking to tap in. He said he wants to touch in the chat.
We've had a few people. I've had, I think, freaking Dreeny was trying to get in. Do we want to bring anyone else in? I think K-Mac just added in.
All right.
I
So one thing that I feel that Mutt, just speaking about Mutt, what they really do miss the mark is, well, we have, I think a lot of people would agree that these little mini head-to-head events have been a nice addition, right? But again, when you're playing through those, and we'll be playing through next week as well, it doesn't count towards your competitive stats. It doesn't count towards your competitive daily. It doesn't do a lot of that stuff, right? And I have a problem with that, because if I want to be a competitive, it's their word, not ours, right? Competitive pass, I can play against a computer, but I can't play a head-to-head event because the reward is better, so it doesn't really count. It's the same way when you play head-to-head seasons, that the reward is really good in seasons, so you only get one competitive pass point for winning a game, whereas if I return a kickoff in a solo battle, I get 10, right? There's a really unfair balance that goes on with that. Another thing that and it goes through the whole pass here, and if any of you guys have played MLB The Show, you will kind of understand of how it is. Again, I don't think MLB's world's best game, and I don't think they have all the best ideas, but I do think that their season pass concept of, having 1 million total XP as the final reward, but then it keeps sort of rolling over, is a great touch. It keeps you coming back to the game to play it because you want to, as opposed to let me get in, throw my 2 touchdowns, open my pack, and get out, right? So it's a way that EA can implement something that keeps it fresh and keeps you to keep going. This comp pass that they put out this time, again, we can all agree, it's not as good. And if you get to all 3,460 points, congratulations. And if you get there and there's 2 weeks left, you're not going to play anymore. That's a problem there. Again, the fact that they will give us, I know Scomo said earlier, season pass, 1 million XP through season 2. Okay. Your maximum you can get is 1.2 million. You fall behind, it's really hard to finish it. Why not give us 3 or 4 fucking million XP that we can get, and let us get to these things quicker? Have these seasons be shorter. I don't need to play 8 weeks of a season. I don't remember what I was doing 8 weeks ago. In my life, everything changes so fast, and because they put out such lengthy processes on the comp passes, field passes, and all that, is why someone like Zirk, you say, that card's not good. You're not going to use Darnell Washington. Well, shit, no, I'm not going to use them. I know Dubby, Civ, they're not going to use them. Someone else will when they get there, right? But again, when that card is revealed, it looks okay. And that's how EA is designing these things. Oh, guys, this card looks great. Oh, okay. How's it now? Well, that's kind of shit. By the time you can actually get there, because again, as someone said, that the people who are designing this, they don't play the game. And if they do play it, they don't play it with passion. And I can fucking promise you that. I know they don't. So much so that the one guy that played the game with fucking passion, they drove him to have a heart attack and have to quit the fucking company, right? I've said the story before about stuff. I called Krayla one day. We had a fucking house rules, and I said, dude, this shit is way too fucking long. And he's like, what do you mean it's too long? I said, it's impossible to play. It's like, you want me to take a literal 24 hours to go get a fucking mutt reward.
He got on
a house rules
all night
event
long and tried.
And so he drove home from the office, sat home, and I sat on the phone with him for hours and hours as he played, and he timed it. He said, I got 22 wins in 4.5 hours. How many wins do you need for the big reward? 60. And he's like, no. He went in next time, bam, we got a better, shorter house rules. And we got there because we were able to connect and interact with EA. I didn't have to tweet about it. I didn't have to try to punch anyone in the Twitter face about it at all, because that's the thing. Now, what's happened is so many people go at EA, and again, I don't like the way they do a lot of stuff, and this isn't me trying to be soft, but just understand that they are still a professional company, and the best way to get through to them isn't to say, we need to fire everyone, they fucking suck, all this sort of stuff. You can joke, fine, whatever you guys want to do is fine. However, for me, Scomo, Zirksee, Dubby, Civil, Swift, I don't give a shit whoever it is. If any one of us can get anyone at EA's ear, the best way to do it isn't in a public forum. And what I want this to be, my whole goal for what the roundtable is, was to have, and I'm sure someone out there is listening, yeah, I promote coins. other people here promote coins. We're not supposed to be talked about. Well, guess what? You can fucking still talk to us if you want. Do it behind the line. I don't give a shit because we're here to help. We don't. I don't tweet shit out for Twitter likes. When I say something, it's because we want the game to get better. We don't have those pass-through avenues anymore. I don't actually know someone who works on MUD anymore, so I have no way to do it. So instead, I use my videos instead of Twitter because again, there's not an argument that can happen with the video. They can hear it, and they don't have to scroll through all these comments. So that's the medium and the path that I've decided to use, and it does get results, right? Anything that we want them to fix here going on, changes to season passes, field passes, Madden passes, and all that. This can't be fixed today. It can't be fixed in Madden 24. The only things that they can ever do are really tiny things. And I think even the request that we have of them wanting to extend these passes is probably something that's not even a Madden 25 thing, because I don't think that they have the resources for this. What actually has to be coded and timed out, because I know for a fact that they have to outsource a lot of this stuff. Right? It's the same way when we talk about, well, oh, the animations are great. That person deserves a raise. Guess what? That person doesn't work at EA. That's outsourced out, right? It's not even EA's fucking work. They give them an idea and they send it off to someone. So what we need to do whenever we have issues with something that we feel like can be a timely fix within this community is not just say it's broken, because that doesn't help. If you can come up with a solution, that's the way things need to happen. And far too often, this entire community, I'm guilty of it, all of us are guilty of it, we don't do that. This is not my official job that I had my entire life. I used to do something else. And the reason I was successful there was whenever I saw an issue going on in the company, in the business, with the software, what we were selling, dealing with clients, was that I didn't come to them and say, guys, we've got a problem. I would say, we have a problem. Here is a good solution, I think. What do we think about this? And go attack it from there. We can say, MUT sucks. Fantastic. You know what? That gets ignored instantly. So if you guys have problems, this goes for everyone that is here and listening. Please don't just say, I don't like this. Tell us why you don't like this, but do it in an actual way so that we can get it across. And if you can, somehow, some fucking way, don't do it in a biased manner, and it's really, really difficult. Go ahead.
What other stuff, like obviously I've talked about the field passes and how I think different things would be integrated. I saw Drey mention in the chat, but they wouldn't make any money off of it. I know it's going to be kind of a hard take, and I know most people aren't going to like this. Most field passes you got to pay for. And if EA is worried about integrating with other stuff, then maybe we have to pay for the field pass. But if it integrates CFM and gives us better CFM, if it updates the muck drafts and gives us muck drafts, if it gives us superstar KO, if it puts the people in the places to be able to fix seasons when things need to be fixed, update things when they need to be fixed, give abilities and freaking MUT squads, because apparently there's no abilities in fucking MUT squads that aren't working all the time. I think that would help some of these other things. What other things do you have, Civil, that you would suggest? Not just within MUT, all Madden and everything to improve.
No, I think an easy one, bro. I mean, this I guess kind of applies more so to MUT. I know it's issues everywhere. It's just like the user experience inside a lot of the menu. Like the menus suck. I don't know how it's still a thing where the menus suck. They're long. The catalog makes making sets take way longer. All that shit just like it's like basic stuff that I feel like sucks. Whatchamacallit? What else do I got here, man? I just think the barrier of entry just needs to be lower in MUT, dude. Like, I don't know how. I mean, like 1 million kids are gonna get the game on Christmas, and I have no idea how these kids get into MUT. And I feel like the best way to get MUT making more money long term is lowering the barrier of entry, some way somehow. And that's what we were talking about. Or when we said all the same shit earlier before, like we said at the beginning.
So I had K-Mac. I saw him saying some stuff. He had some suggestions. I mean, obviously, K-Mac's been playing at all kinds of different levels and things like that. Did you add something you wanted to?
Hold on. Let me get out of here, man. Let me get out of here real quick. K-Mac, you can take my spot. I gotta get to life. I gotta try play Henry and John Beast tomorrow, and they're not in the roundtable right now. They're getting better. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry if I said anything rude to anybody. All you guys, Gutfox especially, I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything personal. I'm just passionate, and we disagree on some things, and that's okay. So I'm definitely not an animosity person, and I want to clear it up with all you guys. Had a great time. I appreciate this discussion. My mic's broken? Oh, well, GG's. GG, sorry. There it
Best of luck, Dub. Best of luck.
All right. Yeah. So listen, I'm like about as toxic as it gets, right? Like I love to talk shit. Like I love to troll. Like pretty much never anything I say should really be taken seriously most of the time. But like, I think we kind of got, and it was super entertaining. Like listening to Dubby and Gutfox go at each other was like super entertaining. But like the toxicity in the community has like, there's always some of it. Like it'll always exist in a competitive game. It is at an all-time high this week. Like the bitching, the complaining, the nasty shit I've seen in Twitch chats and on social media, it's insane. And people are mad, and people just always want to be mad at something. So like I get it to an extent, but like being mad at each other doesn't really accomplish anything, and it just crosses a line at some point. And the biggest problem with the game to me, and I'm not saying everybody has to agree with this. I think it's silly that they force me to play the game a way I don't want to. Like if you want to play the game offline, you shouldn't have to go into Mutt Champs to get comp points to get that new Jack Campbell or that Darnell Washington. You shouldn't have to do that. The game shouldn't be forcing you to play a certain way. You should be able to play it any way that you want to. And I think funneling everybody into the same lane is going to create a lot of like animosity towards EA, towards each other. Everybody should be able to play the game the way they want to. So obviously, like I have a quick list of things that I wrote down. I put this on Twitter a little while ago. And obviously this is going to be more catered to me because I'm a comp player. Although like I don't really like, obviously that's what I am, but I don't really like fit in with the comp community. Like most comp guys don't like me, and I don't really like them, and I'm okay with that. I think I have a very objective viewpoint on the game itself. You guys all know me. I'm like the biggest advocate for Weekend League. I would love that. I would love more LTD head-to-head events, whether it's online or offline. You can go out there like that Darren Waller event. Like that thing was sick. Why do we not have more of that? Why don't we have more squads events? Like people actually love playing squads. Like there's a whole community for it, whether it's duos or trios. Like that's so fun. Why don't they put an LTD event out for that? You team up with your buddies for a weekend, you play some games, you get like a sweet BND card from it, or maybe an Actionable card. I don't know. Haven't really thought too much about it. There's just so much cool shit they could add to the game, like NFL Street. For example, like why is Superstar KO in the game? Why is there not an NFL Street mode? Or why can't we cut, like the coolest thing about last year was the jersey glitch where you could literally like customize your jerseys and they take it out of the game. Why is that not just a thing? You know what I mean? So there's like a million different things they can add to this game.
You call yourself a comp guy, but like you gave pretty casual things of like you want, and like the whole thing of you like bringing up the animosity in the community. I know like we kind of met each other in Vegas. We really haven't interacted that much and stuff like that together, but you know, I've always respected you. I definitely consider you a comp guy and things like that. But like the things that Civil mentioned, the things that you just mentioned, Civil talking about all the people that are going to be getting the game on Christmas, you know, it needs to be easier entry level and stuff like that. You're mentioning NFL Street, you're mentioning all this stuff. You know, that's not how you're gonna be making money, but that's still your concern and your focus point. And that was one of my goals and different things that I wanted to put out here, that once again, there's a solo battle community. There's a CFM community. There's a Superstar KO community. There's a Mud Squads, seasons, comp, casual, everything. That doesn't mean that we still don't have good opinions, that we still want the game to be fun, that we want to play the game in different ways. Just because K-Mac has made money, that doesn't mean that he doesn't want to enjoy the game and still have a easier way. That doesn't mean that Civil doesn't understand that if more people are coming in and the game gets better and the game's working and people can earn stuff, then the prize pools might be bigger. Also, that the viewer count might be better. There might be people more in the Twitch chats, that the comp guys might be able to afford more packs because then they have sponsors. They have more viewers. They're able to make more money and they can pay for their professional career. The casuals can come home and have fun and all that kind of stuff. The point of you coming on and talking about the animosity, saying that you take yourself as a comp guy, but then talk about the casual stuff, just like it is the point that we all need to be on the same page no matter what community you put yourself into.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah, just
100% agree.
Yeah, just a couple of thoughts. I think
Yeah.
that like if I was EA watching this stream for the past like hour and a half at the start of it, I would probably not know what to do in terms of changes. But I think the two best things I've heard for sure are number one, what CC said about how we have to give them actual solutions. If you just complain, they can't read your mind and figure out exactly what you want changed. So I think solutions are the main thing that need to be presented. And I think what K-Mac said, all three of those are good. And like realistically, it's going to take just like getting real solutions to EA. It's got to be a direct line of communication somehow with telling them what's got to change. Because realistically, just complaining, I don't think changes anything. And again, if they were just watching this stream for the first hour and a half, I don't think they would be able to keep track of what everyone was talking about and like figure out a solution. So I think it's got to come from a solution side from us rather than a complaining side from us. But yeah,
It does. It does.
Absolutely.
Like I said, what I don't want this. I didn't want this roundtable to be EA listening to us have 10 solutions. I want, and I hate the fucking arguing that happens in our community, because I think and I can tell you guys this, and people listening and you guys here probably know it as well. What makes our community so good is the interaction that we will all have and that we can all be together at times, right? Because it's not, oh, well, I don't want to do this. No, we are all together in making this as good of a game as possible, right? That's the end game and the end goal. Like I said, I don't care how someone wants to play as long as they get on the game, right? Get on the game. Madden's a very, very difficult game to play when you consider against everything else. You can pick up Call of Duty, that's fine. Aim, point, shoot, cool, done. You can play against the computer in Madden, it's fine. You pick your cover 3, you pick your 4 verticals, you go along your way, it's cool. The moment you get online, shit hits the fan. It's very difficult there. So instead of like the whole idea of what solutions are and hoping someone at EA is writing these down, we kind of got away from that a little bit, but I want them to be willing to talk to all of us and have that line of communication there, because they've removed it from a public standpoint. I don't need to talk to someone at EA publicly. I can do it privately. I've had relationships with EA people. We've gotten things done without having to go about and complaining about it on Twitter in the past.
Or flights to Florida.
Way
and that kind of
too
stuff.
many things that I could ever list for things that we have changed. Stats on cards. Why is this happening? This is dumb, right? And again, not to go into any more details about that because all those conversations were private. However, any infighting that happens in the community at any level, whether it's influencer versus influencer, or influencer versus, as Dubby would say, someone with like an NFL player picture, right? I don't give a shit. Like, stop, right? You don't have to like everyone. I do not like everyone in this community. Like, I am not going to go have a drink with every single person in the community. However, you will never find out on the sides where I do and do not do that, because for us, the people with influence, we're not called influencers because we're popular. You're called influencers because you influence people's decisions, minds, content. Civil's an influencer because he creates the way that people play the game. He teaches people how to play the game. I play against people like that. I hate it. But whatever, it's fine, right? My God damn it.
Yeah, that's my fault. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, shit, I've been doing it too, right? Again, totally fine, right? But we have to know the level of where it is. And we have to all be better. Again, I keep my ass out of all the drama. A, I don't have time for it. And B, if there's a lot of bitching that's going on, I got 2 little kids who are on my tax return. I'll listen to them bitch, right? I can't claim any of you motherfuckers on my taxes, so you don't get the time for it, right? We need to be better. And I hate having to say that after only 1 or 2 weeks of how this has been, but it's been fucking ridiculous. It makes me not want to interact as much. And that's a really, really bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, people are mad, like, and understandably so. I think a lot of the frustration stems from the community. Like, we care a lot more than we wish that the people who made the game cared. You know what I mean? Like, we wish they cared as much as we did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to say that those people don't at all, or that they never did, because a lot of those people came from a Madden background. Like, just for example, some of the guys in the comp side that work at EA, like Chow or RG, like those guys were old school competitive players. Like, they love Madden. There's no debating that. But then they go and work for EA, and then it's just like they can only do so much. You know what I mean? It's like, at the end of the day, EA is this giant conglomerate that makes billions of dollars. It's hard to actually, you know, one, for the community to actually find a solution together, present it, and then it's a matter of, are they actually going to implement these things? You can't, and at the end of the day, you also can't please everybody. So it's incredibly difficult, you know, task to try and make the game better if we don't even know how we want to make the game better. So that kind of goes back to my original point of, like, everybody just bitching at everybody bitching at each other and getting in arguments on Twitter. Like, that's always been funny to me. I think it's gone a little too far this week. I think, you know, sicken your communities on other creators because they're sponsored creators or they're not. I think it's kind of just lame, and I think it's counterproductive.
I think a lot of people just want to feel like they're always in the right situation. But what people have to understand is no matter what you say, even in this talk, if you're looking at the chat, you can say a great point. You look at the chat, one person be like, yeah, great idea. Next person's like, you're a cuck. Like, it just doesn't matter what you say. 50% of people are going to disagree. 50% of people are going to agree with you. It doesn't matter. K-Mac, you made some great points, especially with the limited time event shit, like with the Darren Waller. That was the best tight end in the game. That gave people a reason to grind, to get on, to play, to be competitive, to get in there, to go off. They should be running shit like that non-fucking stop.
Like,
because right now,
stuff from the other games, like that event was like, to me, was like an MLB event. Like, here's a short-term event. You got a reward when you go through it. Like, my whole thing with the field pass and the season pass thing kind of came from MLB. And also now I've played 3 seasons of 2K. I maxed out my first season. I maxed out my second season. I maxed out both seasons of 2K and got all the rewards and never went into my team. Never played a single game. Never did anything. But I earned all these my team packs and did these things. And I opened up those packs and got a few cards, and then I just, like, you know, got rid of them or whatever. But, like, those things to, like, interact those stuff. If we focus on points, focus on, instead of screaming, fire these people, focus on, like, hey, can once again, like, fix seasons today? How about fix seasons today? How about fix seasons today? How about we don't have abilities in squads? How about update MUT draft? How about do these things and stay focused and not go at each other's throats and have reasonable ideas and focused thoughts? Then I think we're going to all be a little bit more productive, hopefully.
Well,
because either A, they will hear us, or they truly just don't give a fuck. Either A, they will hear us, or they just truly don't give a fuck and they're going to milk this thing until it's over and we're all just wasting our time anyway. But if there is any chance, we have to be reasonable and organized of what we're trying to get accomplished.
And a couple of things is, like CC said, right? We had Kralo. The stress of the job literally made him quit. We don't have anybody. Like, I put out more tweets to EA than anybody. I can put out 100 tweets. I couldn't tell you one time if EA fucking saw it. I don't know. No one reaches out. We have no communication. And that's a huge issue, is we don't have communication with shit. Whereas when we had Kralo, maybe we had a little bit more. Things seem to be, you know, getting fixed a little bit more. If there is a community manager, we don't actually know if there is one. And that's, you know, number one, we need solutions for the issues, not just tweeting them, hey, this is fucked up, whatever. We need solutions for it. And other, like, good points that were made, like K-Mac did with limited time event. Civil made a great point. What are these Christmas noobs going to do? Because one of my biggest issues with this game right now is people say you need to either spend a lot of time or a lot of money. To me, as someone who spends a lot of time and spends a lot of money on this game, limited time events like when you could play and get Darren Waller, that gives you something to grind for. The comp pass is shit. They took out the best thing from the comp pass, which was the free full legend. Now it's 2 shitty legend packs. Enjoy your 84s.
All right,
That
that
was
stop you there because that was like your best like
Passes
5
suck, dude.
sentences ever. You just stop talking. That was like your best 5 sentences
The
ever.
passes are terrible. And that goes back to what I was saying, where it funnels everybody to play a certain way. That's what the passes are. It's trying to please everybody, but at the end of the day, it pleases literally nobody. Like that there should be different avenues for everybody to play the game however the fuck they want to play the game. And it's like, I put it on my original tweet when I, made this list like a month ago. Like, dude, house rules, I don't know if y'all remember, I forget what year it was. I think it was Madden 19. They changed at the end of the year where like you would, if you just won however many games, you would get like a 97 overall. And that was like the best card in the game. Like it literally just came out days ago.
They did like a Super Bowl
Yeah,
reward thing
it
toward
was
the end of the
like-
year.
It was like the retirement Gronk. Yeah.
Rewards
it
were
was
awesome. It wasn't that sweaty. It was B&D. And then if you didn't like that card or if you didn't fit your scheme or your theme team or whatever it was, you would just boot back in and play over and over again until you got the player you wanted. And it's like, why can't we have shit like that? Because I agree with a lot of what Dubby says. I don't agree with Dubby on what he says about like everybody should just play Madden because they love Madden. Like I love football. I love competing. That's why I play Madden. You know what I mean? Like I love Madden, don't get me wrong, but I probably don't have the same passion for the game itself as Dubby, who's been playing it for 10 times longer than I have throughout his entire life.
To like Swift or like his community, like it's just not going to work.
There should be reasons to play the game. It should be rewarding. Like for me, as a comp player, like a top player in the world, like I should be able to play weekend league, win 25 games, lose 0, and get 1 million coins in the best packs in the game. If somebody is a menu guy, they just like building their favorite theme team, they should be able to play a season offline and earn enough coin to, get the new theme team player, but they're just building like a Ravens theme team or something like that. They should be able to get that new Ray Lewis pretty quickly. I'm not saying the day that it drops because that's unrealistic. There should be expensive cards in the game, but not every card should be expensive. Like there should just be different avenues for people to play. And that's all I really have to say about the game.
I've talked about,
I'm not saying that like if you play offline and you only play solo battles or you only play MUT champs, whatever, you shouldn't be able to afford like the 3 million coin card the day it comes out. We're not saying that. We're not saying you should be able to grind out solo battles for 5 days and get 3 million coins. But to wait a week and those same LTDs be 1 million coins, like realistically, unless you're one of these crazy market dudes right now, because there are a handful of them out here in the community. Props to you, because that ain't me. They're making a lot of coins. Someone like me, I look at this game from a casual perspective as much as I am a creator. And I'm thinking, okay, how do I get 1 million coins? You probably got to spend a couple $100. You probably got to spend nice picture, Scomo. You probably got to spend a couple $100 to guarantee you make 1 million coins. And in terms of time spent, when you go play head to head and you win Super Bowls, which by the way, you got to be a pretty fucking good player to do so. Like you can't just be somebody and get on. There are people in this community that can go out and win multiple Super Bowls in one day, which is insane. And they still can't even make 1 million coins off that. That's an issue.
Yes. I think was it you, Civ? Earlier you said I have to spend time and money, right? Man, I wish I could just buy the whole field pass.
I just think it should be time or money. Time and money is stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
Time
for me,
or money to be able to keep up. But if you do both, then you should fucking have so much.
should be the
That
dog.
should be
You should
fucking.
be the goat.
but like something
screw the
I
duck.
wish was that I could buy the field pass, right? I know a lot of people, they don't like that. It's that's a slippery slope. They're getting an advantage because of money. Yeah, I saw my neighbor the other day, and he had somebody was washing his car, and I had to go over to them and I yelled at him, like, why do you get to have this done faster than I do? Right? That's not fair. I have to do it myself. Now you're inside. Well, that's the way life is, right? Unfortunately. Now, again, that's not a popular opinion, and that's fine. So it's not something I'm going to fight for because I don't think that it's what the majority of people would want. But it is a very difficult thing to go through and do. These people who are going to be getting the game at Christmas, and I'm sure EA will have field pass levels and stuff purchasable by then because, of course, they will, as they should, let's be honest. But it's not the same because I would give EA that $25 in a heartbeat to not have to log on and worry about these daily objectives, and then I could play the game the way I want. Again, I don't like these daily login objectives because it forces me in certain ways. It doesn't allow me to play the game I want. If I wanted to start to get into CFM, but I don't want to lose track of my MUT status, I have to do both. That sucks. If I want to go play the Zero Chill head-to-head event next Thursday, I can play it for 8.5 hours, and then I have to go play my Comp Pass game. Because it's different. That's stupid.
Yeah, I think it's simple as that. Like, it should be time or money. If you're doing both, you should be in the top 0.001% of MUT players, MUT teams, whatever it is. And you should be able to play. If you want to play offline, have a fucking great time playing off time. You want to play online, do that. That's awesome. You shouldn't be forced playing one way or another. Same with like CFM, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. You should be able to play however the game you want to play. It don't really matter. I think that lower the barrier to entry to MUT, to Madden as a whole, the Madden community, all that good stuff. And I mean, it just makes everything better. It does.
And if you allowed people to play CFM, online regs, Superstar KO, and they were still able to gain their MUT pass, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? And again, if we're trying to throw out an idea to EA here, because obviously they would love more people to be into MUT, wouldn't that potentially funnel people more? Because, I have coins and all these free packs. Let me go open these packs. People will at least do that. And then once they start opening some of these free packs and they have some of these coins and now they're on the splash menu and they see, well, shit, my favorite player is Andre Reed. I'm going to go check him out tomorrow, whatever. Now, all of a sudden, EA, it can funnel those people across the game modes into the mode where they can microtransact them to death. This, again, touchy subject, but that's a perfect way to do things. In MLB The Show, again, don't always love for what it does. I could play fucking offline home run derby and get progress in Diamond Dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
You never feel like you're behind. Scomo talked about his 2K example. But in Madden, not only do I have to be in MUT, I have to be playing the way that the person that's designed this little thing wants me to be doing it. And then I have to go over here. Oh, and guess what? I got to make sure I get my free legend card, so let me go play the solos. And shit, man, I don't want to fall behind on my comp pass. I've been playing all my weekend league games. I've played seasons. I'll go play a solo battle. Why am I jumping around in all these places? Like, just let me play the way I want. It's not hard. That's why, aside from giving people XP for opening packs, unfortunately.
Yep.
All right, we're approaching 2 hours. I think we got a few main points after, obviously, we got through the main debate. And that was one of the things that I really wanted to talk about. I don't know if we really got to the point. I think, I liked K-Mac coming in. I think Civil obviously is at the same place. And Cisa and I talked about it. But the animosity in the community just going at each other, I think has to calm down and just stop to a point. I mean, everyone trolling everyone and having fun, like that's one thing. That's always gonna be community bullshit, but like this week was just way too extreme. So I'm hoping that some people see some things and can understand some level head and see where some other people are coming from, and that if people are playing a different mode than you like to play, it doesn't mean that their mode doesn't have relevance or that it can't help out the whole quality of the game, right? I do see there are a few other people in here, obviously, with the guys that we have left. If there's any thoughts or anything that you guys want to say, I would like to keep you guys in here. I've seen a few things from Fendler. I mentioned Dreeny. I see Buffalo K, and maybe one or two other guys. I don't want to go off on another like 30 minutes per person or something like that. But if anyone else, community member, wants to wait like another like 5 minutes or give a few comments, I have a few comments. Exclamation point, Discord, join a voice chat, and I can drag you in, Mr. K. But if one or two or a few things, Muddanality, exclamation point, Discord, few things. Go ahead.
I personally,
I'm good to hop out. I can let someone else take the floor. So
I'm a bounce too. Appreciate you hosting this, Scomo.
Swift's got to
Appreciate
go
chat
add to his
whatnot.
roster.
Absolutely. Civil, I really do appreciate you
When
taking
he
the
said
time, man.
roster.
Later, boys. Appreciate you, chat.
see you,
Later,
sis, appreciate it.
Swifty.
see you boys. See you boys. See you boys.
Best of luck, Swifty. Best of luck. Make sure you hit him with that Riz.
Thanks for
All
that.
right, so we got K here.
What's up, man?
How we doing, sir? I want to make sure you're all calmed down. I know you're kind of like a highly volatile person, like high range and everything.
Yeah, no,
so I just wanna,
broke,
we're over that part of the
I broke
stream.
2 of my 4 monitors and, picked my new car, so I feel better now.
Okay, good. Thoughts, sir? Thoughts? What? After obviously everything that you've heard, stuff going on this week. What's on your mind? Floor's yours.
Man. All right, I'm gonna go through just a little bit of stuff. This has been such a weird year, right? Like, I don't know. I think this has been like a odd, extremely odd year. Like, stuff that we wanted last year, I feel like we started to get a little bit, right? To start the year off, it started off okay, right? Like, I don't know, full legends out of comp passes, like that was a win. We started off with, full champions out of field passes, that was cool, and then just like a quick 180 out of nowhere, right? Like, just like things were going good, and then probably the last month they're like, no, you know what? Like, you guys got enough stuff, we're out. And that was horrible. Like, I don't understand. Like, you like tease people in and then pull it all back. Awful decision. Like, we sat down and literally made like a list of like 15 things in like 5 minutes, right? That could increase, I feel like, everybody's enjoyment in the game. Because right now, like this setup of, you guys talked about it before, you're being forced in to play the game specific ways on specific days. Like, you log in to get your dailies done. You guys talked about before, it's no longer just, hit 100 yards, open a pack, do a set, whatever it was, and you're out. Now it's 3 interceptions in a Mutt Champs game, and that's can be a pain in the ass. Just like dumb decisions like that. Like, I don't understand how we get like such awful decisions and then sprinkled in with some good stuff once in a while. Like, it's mind-boggling sometimes. But then like this week, right? So like I gave it like 1.5 points, 1.5 out of like these 15 points that we had written down of like stuff to like help the game out or help bring back engagement, right? So they made we wanted packs to be better, right? So they did. They dropped in 0 chill packs that were actually decent, right? Guys were pulling limiteds left and right. They're pulling 93s left and right. Not great for everybody, but they were better, right? But then on the backside of that, they go, well, we'll give you not hot garbage, but we're going to limit how many you can have. Like, that's such a backhanded way of doing business, right? So like, okay, well, we hear you, we'll make things a little bit less trash, but you're limited. So, to make sure you still can't win.
Yep.
And that's like, I don't know. EA has such, I don't get it, man. For a company that is like solely focused on money, right? Like EA, like the big headquarters, I think they're really fucking bad at it. Like as you start like taking off, like decreasing some of the toppers, if you want people to open up bundles and open up packs and stuff, you have to make them good, right? As soon as you start backpedaling on them and making them worse, then nobody's going to touch them.
You think if I went live and I opened up a bundle and I was like, holy shit, I just pulled fucking TJ Watt, Tyreek Hill, got all this, made
Right.
1 million coins. This
Absolutely.
shit's crazy, boys. Like, I think it would generate a little bit more. But once again, not pack strike or pack strike. Once again, we're not arguing or debating about that whatsoever. I was excited about 0 chill. I wanted to engage in 0 chill. It has been, in the history of my 10 years, the best time of ever streaming, ever. My best moments of ever is always 0 chill. So I was excited. I was like, I want to get in. I want to rip these packs. And like, they were so bad. And like, I wanted to do it again. And when I mean so bad, I mean all 85 pluses in my topper were just 85s or 86s. I mean, all 90s were 90s. And then every zero chill pack, every 82 was an 82, every 86 was an 86, and every gold slot was a gold slot, except for 3 gold slots that were elite. In 2 bundles, I did 8 90s, got 8 90s. I did 10 86s, got 86s. But like that, if they would have saw how excited I made all these coins and stuff like that, it would have weighed them way more money. Why are they so concerned and about limiting us? And you're like, oh, we'll give you a little bit, but you want a better, but we're only going to give you 1. Like, they're regulating so much shit.
Yeah, for years, I've hated the Team of the Week program. Because it was useless. You would get in like, hey, you have 10 packs and then it's over. I'm like, this isn't a program. This is dumb. This is, you're going to open up 10 shitty packs that you're not going to pull anything good on. The only thing left is a $50 or $80 bundle, right? It's useless. And then it's gotten worse this year, with the, we had Blitz, which is a big cash spender, right? Everybody fork out your wallet for Blitz. And then we got cover athletes and we were like, cool, new program, replace AKA. Nope, give me more money. And then right after that, they did it again with these weekly or wild card Monday or whatever the hell they call it. And it was just like 3 in a row. We're like, what are you doing? Just, I don't know. It's dumb. People will spend money on things that they enjoy. And when you consistently put out things to make them not enjoy spending money, I don't understand why you would expect them to spend more. It's dumb. But even like their onboarding's terrible, right? Their onboarding's awful. Like you guys talked about a little bit before, like there's no reason for if you don't play MUT to go in and play MUT. Right. And if you're a MUT player, there's no reason for you to go play anything else. If you touch anything else, you're a week behind for a day.
Mm-hmm.
It's so dumb. Like I didn't care as much some of the aspects of MLB The Show this year, but the way that they set it up where you can play literally however the fuck you want to every single day. It's so much better, right? Whatever you want. You want to play against the computer for 6 hours a day? Cool. You want to go in to, BR mode and play the sweatiest of the sweats and a tough mode you have to buy into? Cool, go for it. However you want to play, you can. It's absurd. And like I feel so bad for like the quote offliners this year that are just left as a side dust, afterthought this year. It's wild, man. I don't understand how you can't, I don't know, like balance some of this shit out. Like even if they don't want to go back to like the old way of doing solo battles and stuff, like there's no journey, there's no gauntlet, like there's fucking nothing. You get on there and like, hey, we got 10 challenges, peace out. Like I don't understand it.
It's so uptight. It's just like I saw someone, I can't remember what it was, just like you gave us engaging content a little bit, but like everything is just such like log on and you're done within 15 minutes of like that content. Like, yes, like Dubby's saying, like, you should love to play the game, but we've gotten to the point and games have gotten better and bigger because there's more than just play now. Like, it's way more past play now. If it was,
it's an RPG game,
right? Like,
MUT is an RPG game. Like, I don't know if everybody notices it, but like, you're basically playing Dungeons and fucking Dragons out here, right? You're worried about +1 speed. This guy gets plus agility. If I put this on him, everyone's the biggest, like the nerdiest of nerd games you can come out with. MUT has become that. And it's cool. It's fine. It's like, we all love it for that reason. It is an RPG game. My job is to level up my fucking character, add new abilities to him, and get better than everybody else. That's how we do it, step by step by step by step by step. And when they turn it into, like, okay, well, now you gotta pay for it, or you can only, okay, I mean, we know you want to level up, but you can only do like, 2 things a day, and that's it. Like, it's awful.
We added Mr. Mortality. Hello, sir.
What's up, guys? Y'all can hear me all right?
Yep. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, there we go. All right. You should be a little bit better.
God, he sounds so hot.
All right. I just got a couple things to say. Like, we've made a couple good points. I felt like we lost the plot for a little bit at some point, but that's fine. So just a quick couple of things that we've said that I feel like is good, that we need to really, the main things that need to be harped on is just trying to keep everybody in mind, like casuals, comp guys, offline, menu, however you want to play the game. We shouldn't be forcing people to play different modes. Like, you shouldn't be forcing comp guys to play fucking solo battles if they don't want to play solo battles. We shouldn't be forcing solo battle guys to go into weekend league if they don't want to go into weekend league. And basically it feels like we're playing the game more we're doing more than we did in previous Maddens, and we're getting rewarded less. Is
Way
it feels
less.
like it feels like we're doing more and getting less. Like it's just all the daily comp pass now. We have daily logins. We have daily zero chill. It's just like daily. They
I've
just
played so
log you
many
in every
games
day.
this year. I've played so many games this year. I've been spending money, and like, bro, my problem is like I want to engage with the content, and I've rolled all the harvest stuff, lost. I've rolled all the fucking zero chill stuff, lost. Like I don't even have 1 million coins. Like that's just ridiculous with how
Yeah.
much I've spent and played, and like not had stuff because of the limitations. And like, oh, well, we got to make sure that like you can't expose this. Like, if I'm on the game for 10 hours a day, every day, spending $1,000+ a month, then like, why don't I have millions of coins and all the cards and all the stuff? Like we should, right? Like we should. And then if you don't get to play that much, you shouldn't have as good a team as me, right? I think we all agree on that.
Yeah.
And also, like, stuff we've talked about is just like being limited. Like, I don't know if they want to go back to the old way we did levels, but like if you wanted to be a sicko and kick field goals for a day or two straight, I feel like you should have that option. Like you shouldn't. I just don't think things should just be as limited as they are, especially with the like all these passes. We have these 3-week, like month-long zero chill promos, and they just feed you along day by day. Here, you log in, do this.
Zerk ruined that. Let's just be honest. We'll blame Zerk. But at the same point, like CC said, like you can go into MLB The Show, Home Run Derby, and just hit home runs against the computer on rookie, nonstop home run, max out your stuff and be like, all right, I'm done. I got all my rewards.
Yeah, so like ML, they even have they have a daily cap on what you can get, right?
Yep.
Which is fine. And again, to me, like there's nothing I would rather be doing less than kicking field goals and throwing touchdowns. But if that's a thing that people want, then like that's fine. But then you've got to give people the option who don't have the time to buy it.
I really didn't.
Yeah. You have the most fair way to do things was two sides of the coin, right? And that's not a very popular opinion to allow someone to buy progress in a game. Despite because there's a competitive advantage to it, which is what a lot of people have an issue with. You can obviously buy like the battle pass in Fortnite and all that, right? There's no competitive advantage to it though, so it doesn't really matter. I actually don't think there's a real competitive advantage because the people who are actually competing, they're going to do it anyway. And there's no one card that's going to like change anything around anyway, right? The average player can't win 2 in a row. That's just statistically, it's not me trying to make fun of anyone, but that's just the way it is. So yeah, if you guys want to kick field goals all day, go for it. I don't, or I'll create a macro and do it and hope I don't get banned.
Well, like
even not just field goals, but anything, man. Like they put these other game modes in the game, and they are window dressing, right? They're for 9-year-olds that first get the game on Christmas, and that's it.
So, we've been doing this now for almost 3 hours. There's been a lot of disagreement in what people personally think about people and what their opinion on of how they're going about stuff. But every suggestion that everyone has made about the game, no one has disagreed with it. Gutfox didn't disagree with Dubby's suggestions of what he wanted in the game. Dubby didn't disagree with Gutfox's. No one disagreed with Civil. No one disagreeing with what Zerk or anyone said. Like, we're all on the same page of the things that we want in the game. And once again, if we all realize we all want the same shit, we all don't have to kill each other every day. Like, I promise. You don't need the brand new cards right away. Every card that we were upset about last week is now obtainable. Am I wrong? Am I wrong to say that, Kay?
No, you're not. It started even like the Angry Runs guys. Remember, like those would come out and pop off like 1 million coins. And then a week later, they're half price. And the week after that, they were even another half price. Like, unless you're out there like heavily competing, like you don't I mean, I say that, but
How
I
much
still
is
also
Ray
have
Lewis right now?
the new ones out there.
How much is
Right.
Ray
Yeah, they every week, I don't know. He's still expensive, but like every week they keep coming down. And I get it. You don't want to wait for the new stuff. Trust me, I understand. But if you're not going to like, if you don't spend, like you said, that time in the game, which I would prefer instead of money. I hate spending money on the game. And you won't have it, right? Unless you're rocking around 20 million, don't go buy a 2 million coin card. Wait,
Right.
a week
I
and get
told
half of
Zirk,
it.
I got him again. And he's like, well, people don't need the card. I'm like, well, why the fuck are you posting and like getting everyone gassed up that the card is fucking 2 million coins when you know it's like going to be cheaper later? Like we all need to take the responsibility a little bit more on ourselves, like to like realize like, okay, don't need this card right now. It's going to be cheaper. We're also going to get a card every other day like this week. Like we had so much content this week. Like we really did have a shit ton of content. It didn't matter if you liked it or you didn't. Like there was a fucking ton of content this week. We got content Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And now we're going to get content again on tomorrow. So like there was a lot. And that doesn't mean that the things that you do want, seasons fixed, MUT draft updated, and all the fucking things that we've already mentioned a million times, that doesn't mean that you're still not incorrect. Like we all just have to have more of a level head of understanding what this game is.
Yeah. And I always say in my videos as well, because the big thing is, as Kay said, just wait a week. Wait a week, wait 2 weeks. I literally always say that with all new content, or even when we have new promos coming out. Like when Team of the Week dropped and these Angry Runs card come out or anything, I say, well, Thursday we have Zero Chill. So wait for Zero Chill because they'll probably get a better running back because that's just how this game works. Literally, if you build a team right now and you wait 2 weeks, like if you go on mud.gg, you'll build the top team in the game, take a screenshot of the price, and come back 2 weeks later. I bet you it's half. And that's just how the game is. But the issue is like the average player, when it comes to like the time spent and even money spent for like an average player, even when those prices cut in half simply due to pack odds, this isn't the case for like obviously set cards like Jalen Hurts, whatever else. They come out day one, they're 600K. Like I don't think any of us have a problem with that. The biggest issue is like the limiteds with the pull rates, because that's exactly what EA can adjust themselves. Is when these cards are 3 mil and they discount in half to 1.5. Well, little Jimmy, who just got off work or got off school at 4 p.m. and gets to play Madden for 2 hours a day, how the hell is he going to get 1 million coins? It's impossible. It's literally impossible, which I'm not saying someone that plays 2 hours a day should be able to get 1 million coins. But if he's working on his MUT head-to-head season, he's working on his solo battles, whatever, and he eventually wins a Super Bowl, there should be a pace at which he can keep up to get that new Patrick Mahomes card for his team to where it's still a usable card before it's completely outdated. And that's the main issue that we all pretty much have is time spent versus rewards, or money spent versus rewards according to what the market value is set at.
Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I got one or two more things too to just add real quick.
Throw it out there.
Just like, I mean, like prices on things, like that's fine. Like top end cards being 1 to 1.5 mil, like that's fair. We've kind of went over that. We've kind of beat that down. Like these 3 to 4 mil cover athletes is kind of crazy that top end cards shouldn't be worth that. But just one or two things, I guess, on quick on like packs and rerolls. Is that I feel like for the last like year or so, ever since we kind of had all the glitches and they've kind of done things with the packs and rerolls where it's just like there's no even you just have zero chance. There's no point even to like touch any pack, touch any reroll. Like it's just
they just put too many safeguards in for the problems, and now the problems don't exist, and the safeguards are still there. Like the B&D stuff, the rewards, the training rolls, the sets. All that stuff it got nerfed out and safeguarded because, like you said, glitches, farming, fucking coin selling, all this other shit that was just going absolutely crazy to a point where EA looked at someone like you or like Joe Bruin or something like that, and it was like, oh, he's got 150 million coins. We can't let CC have 60 million coins. These people have 30 million coins. They're getting 15 million fucking coins and presents and stuff like that. I understand that they don't want that, but then they put these safeguards in, like, okay, but we have all these safeguards, but they've fixed most of the stuff. The trade block's not there. You can't farm. The glitches are gone. All this other shit is gone, but they didn't bring back the other shit.
They safeguarded the outliers and then neglected the 95% of the normal human beings that play this game for 4 hours a week, not like every degenerate here plays for 4 hours a day, right? Like the majority plays like 4 to 6 hours a week, not like us.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like the things are like baked in now. You're gonna lose like whatever 50% every time. I mean, that's fine. That the house can always win. It's not, packs and rerolls aren't there to be an auto coin maker, but it should be like, I don't know, 80%, 70%, something where you at least like someone can go, the average person can go in there and you're gonna win every other time or every 1 out of 3. Like it's just got to be, just actually have a chance. Like you're just fucked from the start. You literally have no shot.
I added in the man, myth, the legend, Drey. How's it going, Mr. Jon Snow?
No, I'm chilling. Now I'm not gonna lie. Like I only came here to address one problem I feel like I have with Mutt. I mean, I can't really like talk about y'all side of things because I don't really go into the solo battles and like the weekend leagues and all that stuff. I'm more of just a player friend, just, you know what I'm saying, practice type of dude, right? So I can't really like think about all the stuff that y'all talk about because I really can't understand it. But for me, I'm a competitive player, and I feel like the biggest thing about the MCS is having the best team, and I feel like these cards that they're putting out are just unobtainable for the normal person. And I feel like I've been blessed with a lot of money that I made off Madden, so I'm able to get these players. But I think about when I first started in Madden 18, where I didn't have any money, like to my name, because I just got out of high school, but I was still able to compete in all of the modes, and it was easy. But nowadays, I have spent north of $5,000, and you would think I have the greatest team ever, right? But I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I don't play much seasons. I play like maybe a season a week or 2 seasons a week max. But the fact that I'm spending $5,000, I feel like if I do that on a video game, I should have the best team throughout the whole year. And this is not even half of the year done. Like there's still 8 more months to go or 9 more months to go. And I'm here spending so much money. And I feel like like I said, I'm blessed that I've made so much. But for a regular person who has not made that much off Madden, they can't just afford to pay or, you know what I'm saying, buy all these bundles because these bundles are not even worth it.
All right, so I have one question. I've heard that, and I've heard other comp people playing. I'm glad I added you in here and you kind of brought that up. And I want to ask you your opinion on something and be honest with me in what you think. So your complaining, your debate is you have to spend too much money to be competitive to win money.
Hold on. I was going to say it again. One more time.
Your debate is, and for some aspects, not necessarily for you because you've won money, but other people, it costs too much money to compete to try to win money. And
yeah, absolutely.
My thing is, with any other sport or any other level of different things, when it gets to a competitive level and you want to make money,
okay,
almost any other sport, either if it's real sport, if it's fucking bowling, if it's fucking any other video game that's going on, Call of Duty, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsorships help. It doesn't seem like anyone within the Madden community at that level, any pros, they're like, I want to win money, but they don't want to invest into them being a pro. They don't want to invest into their craft. They don't want to buy the stuff. They don't want to do anything or ask for help or get sponsors to go get it. And like, if you're going to be a pro and win hundreds of thousands of dollars to do that stuff, like you should be able to find a sponsor to be like, hey man, I got to spend a few $100s in packs a month to like keep it up and that kind of stuff. Like, do we think about sponsorships? Do we think about help? The only thing I think of is like the younger sponsors, and like I talked to Football 88 in here. Like I love football. John's a great friend. His sponsor to get him on his professional Madden career is his mom and his dad. How is his mom and dad your fucking professional sponsor? Like, does that make any sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. But how do you expect someone who's a newcomer, a 16-year-old or 17-year-old, to be able to compete? And the thing about competing is you want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you win a tournament, you're supposed to be the best in the world, right? And if you're the best in the world, you want everyone to be able to compete. And with the MCS, that's not the case, because it's just some people are just not allowed to keep up with all these cards. It's like, sure, it's the people who have money can, like, the people that have made money off Madden, they don't mind paying, for packs. Like, they know they're getting ripped off, but they know that they have
you got John Beast that has won like 1 million times. He's taking his check. He's like, oh, I just won another 10 grand, 2 more grand in Madden. And he's like, yeah, fucking set. But like, not everyone's winning the John Beast money, like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like even if you grind the game 10 hours a day, it's still not enough to, like, you have to be so good at Madden to consistently win Super Bowls, because if you don't win the Super Bowl in my head-to-head, you just wasted your whole time playing 9 games.
Yep.
Like, you have to win the trophy. You have to get the trophy packs. And if you don't get the trophy packs, you just wasted your time and just got scammed out of 3 hours of your life right there because you didn't make nothing. So,
not to count that it doesn't even work right now, but yes.
Yeah. When it does work, damn, now that's even worse. You see, I don't even play my head, so I don't even know that.
Yeah, you can't get into your Super Bowl. Like, it's an endless season. It never fucking ends. It just goes forever.
Yeah. Like, they need to figure out ways to make these cards. These limited cards are ruining, like, just having people obtain these cards. The point of putting these cards out is so people can use them. The fact that they're out for only a day or two and they're I'm trying to pull these cards and I can. These bundles are trash that I'm buying, and I know I'm getting ripped out, but I have to. Like, I feel like I'm just wasting money. But obviously, I do this so I can have the best team, and obviously, I know this being
packs need to be better, cards need to be obtained better. You need to be able to get the cards better. Yes, like that is nothing that I'm debating whatsoever. And I'm glad you think that I am right. And like, I know it's harder for the younger kid. But I do think at a point, competitive people, when you're like, I want to run a business. It costs me money to run a business. Like, if you want to try to win money, like, it's going to cost you a little bit of money.
Hold on. I stepped away, but I'm back. So this is just for you, Drini. Do you feel like the format this year has made it worse with the monthly tournament?
Are you saying like
because now there's a constant need to keep up with it rather than
100%.
the August versus November, then January, where you guys can sell your teams off essentially?
Yeah. So basically, and like around Madden 19 or Madden 19, Madden 18, around those time periods for competing, there would be a tournament, right? And then there'll be like a 2-month or 3-month break until the next tournament. So it doesn't give you that constant need of having to buy packs and being updated every single week. Nowadays, there's a tournament every month, and there's like, you know what I'm saying? You can't be left behind for a week or you're screwed. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's literally the constant need of having the best cards in the game, or else you're just not going to be able to compete, because once you're at the top, the skill gap between the top players are so little where if you don't have players that they don't have, that's all they need as an advantage to win. So like, and I feel like, I don't know, like EA could go on better about it. This is just ridiculous. Like a 2.8 mil for a 93 overall Richard Sherman, and they know how much he's worth because he has these discount abilities that is very, very needed to like fit in more players in your team. So it's like, I feel like they just have to lower the amount of these coins. I don't know, like put more Shermans in the game, less limiteds, like something, like make rewards more, like have better.
Comp Madden was then just like all free Madden? What if Comp Madden was just regs and then like they brought back Mutt Draft and like that was it?
I wouldn't say that that's the case. I would say figure out a cheaper option. I don't know, like make bundles more worth it. I look at these bundles right now, and although I'm telling you how expensive it is, I still buy them because I have to, just to make sure I can keep up with everybody. But make these bundles better. Give me like a guaranteed 93 overall in these bundles. Like, give me a guaranteed top player that you just released. Like, give me something. Like, if I'm spending $100 and a lot of people don't have $100 to spend, at least be for sure knowing that you're going to get some value out of it. You don't want to get scammed out of your hard-earned money. And so, like, I feel like that's the problem. You don't know what you're about to get. You can get good pack, you can get lucky, but more times than not, you're not going to get anything. So we're just trying to get like our money's worth back. I understand it's gambling in packs, but damn, like, don't let us get scammed. Like, I feel like I get scammed so much off packs. It's terrible. I need some value back.
No, I agree. I think too that EA would make a lot more money if these special offers that they put out were more guaranteed instead of 50%, 40%, whatever the odds happen to be for that given day, because they always change.
Yeah.
Because it'd be a lot easier, right? Like, I have no problem spending when I know I'm gonna get something. So that's why even for me, like, and I think the other guys would say, like, we spent less this year because of what does $100 get you versus what does $20 get you, right? It's a massive difference there. And I think for you guys, with having to keep up constantly, because there is that need, right? I don't need to keep up. Scomo and all these other guys in here, and I would say 99% of the people in the chat, they don't need to keep up constantly, and that sucks, right? There is a barrier to entry. There is a cost associated with trying to be the best at something, right?
Yeah.
Because if it was all regs, the MCS wouldn't be what it is.
Yeah, right? I actually have an idea that obviously I don't know if it'll make the money or lose the money, but I feel like maybe if they have like a monthly subscription or something that will allow you to have all the players that come out during this month period, you know what I'm saying, like $100 a month, and you will for sure have every single player to your use. You can implement them to your lineup. You can put every single version of each card in your lineup for like $100 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do something like that, because I feel like $100 a bundle is just not cutting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to spend way more. So, like, say you're paying $1,200, right? $1,200, like, what do you call it? If you were to do $100 a month out in competitive Madden really lasts only 5-6 months, you're only paying $500 to $600 to get every single player in the game for that month. And I feel like that would allow a lot more people. I feel like that would make a lot of people more invested. Oh, if I just spend $100 here just for this month, I can get every single player that comes out this month. And then I feel like that would even get more people to invest in MUT.
So what if there was an option? So just thinking strictly upon a competitive level, so the way that they have the ladders and all this sort of set up, right? You guys have ladders this weekend, and then from there you go in and top 32 get the buys, and then the other 480 people don't, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if going into ladders was you have to use your team? But then let's say the single elimination tournament starts with only 64 people. However, there's a new tile that pops up in MUT, and you build your team in there from any card in the game.
Yeah.
You've made it. Is that okay to make it that far where you have to use your team to be one of the top 64? And that's up to you, because, again, if you're playing a top player in the world, yeah, that is a real small margin, right? But you also, you don't need, when you guys are playing these ladders, y'all ain't playing every good player constantly either, right?
Because you get to pick,
but you need it for that 1 or 2 games, which is going to keep you close to getting that buy, which is the really, really important part. And then obviously you're going to be playing just the good players at that point, right? So I think if there was a way for EA to get you guys to that point, that would be really helpful, because, again, maybe you don't need the world's best team to make a top 100, right?
Yeah.
But I think after that point, yeah, you do. You know, there's a reason why at the live
they only
events,
give them the team
you
once
guys
they make
get
live.
you
Is that
guys
what it
get
is?
whatever you want, right?
Yeah,
And
no.
it's not your account or anything. It's always
Yeah.
just a comp account.
You
Once
get
you
you
actually
get
make
you
the
get an
badge-
account where you get to choose whatever cars you want once you make the finals, right? Or whatever it is.
you make the Final Four, you get all the players. But up until then, well, I promise you, whoever makes the Final Four will have all the necessary cards you're gonna need. I'll just promise you that right now. Like maybe there might be like one exception throughout the year or two exceptions throughout the year, but more times than not, you're not gonna find someone who has like this budget team that's just running through everybody. That's just not gonna happen. Like Madden is paid to win. That's just what it is. There's nothing.
It's pay to win at that level.
Yeah.
100% you have to, because again, like I said, the margin is thin, right? Which makes what people do even more impressive to me. And again, like I'm always on the competitive side of things where I understand how good you guys are. You know, I've played you guys before. I get it. The common player doesn't, you know?
Yeah.
I feel for you guys, but again, to me, should it be free to be able to go in and do that? Maybe, you know, there are games where you can compete in there. You know, the Call of Duties and the Fortnites and stuff, right? You have to spend a different set of money on the equipment that you're using, as opposed to Madden, where you need an Xbox and a controller, right? If you want to go pro in those things, you've got a $6,000 computer and all this sort of stuff. So it's a different cost associated there. It's free to play, sure, right? Like I can race someone for free, but I have to buy the car to do it, right?
Right.
The difference is you guys having to pay to race and then go from there. So it's just a flip of where the cost comes in, and that is prohibitive to a very open casual player. Especially, like I said, with the way that this is designed right now, that's really, really hard, because the game comes out, bam, you guys got to spend all that money. I personally would love to see a Regs tournament come into play, and I would love to see it at the beginning of the year, simply that the focus on who's the best is based on their gameplay only at that point, and then let the game sort of play itself out, let those metas set, let people figure out what's good or not, and then you can have a team build by October or something like that. Again, so there's not that I have to spend $1,000 on opening weekend for essentially shit cards that will be replaced again in 1 to 2 weeks anyway. I think that would help you guys out a lot. It doesn't solve the problem, but I think it helped.
Yeah, I honestly believe the audience just grew from Madden 18, Madden 19 to Madden 24 right now. Like, there's just so many more people that play Madden, I feel like, and more people on Twitch. I feel like the format that we used to have would allow way more people to compete, and it would honestly bring in more numbers than what we're already doing in MUT. Like, could you imagine with how many people know about the MCS nowadays? If there was a free tournament, you know, you don't have to pay no money for MUT. You could just play Draft Champions if they updated the pool, or if you played Regs, like, you would get so many more people than it used to be back in the day, because back in the day, people really didn't think video games was, like, you know what I'm saying, that serious. Nowadays, we know how much money you can make off video games. And so I feel like I understand, like, they're money hungry, and, you know, eventually we'll end up playing MUT or play, and we used to play salary cap, like they don't have, it doesn't have to be, they don't have to be money hungry every single month of the goddamn year. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to give us a break. Like, this is wild. Like, it takes way too much money, time and that's only a part of it. You have to get good at the game too. Like, this, getting your team right is just a part of it. Like, back in the day, you used to just pay your $60 and you used to just play and compete. That's how it was. That's the reason why I became who I was in MCS, because it was not paid to play then. I was able to just compete because that's what it did. It allowed me to compete easy. So, like, nowadays, they're just money hungry, and that stuff pissed me off. That's why I'm like, people think this is the normal when it's really not. It's not the normal. They know that it's record-breaking amount of people playing Madden right now, and this is them taking advantage of that, knowing that they'll pay money, and they'll play Madden no matter what. So they're just taking advantage, honestly. So that's what I feel.
No, you're not wrong.
I definitely agree. I also want to say shout out to all you guys for being in here. for watching the stream. I do got to dip
My goal
out.
was 2 hours. We're 3.5. I'm about done. I'm about fucking
Well,
done.
I do got to say I got to dip out. But shout out to you guys. Shout out to Mentality, Dreeny, K, everybody else that was in here. CC,
Noti gang.
Noti gang in the
Noti
chat.
gang,
Appreciate
yeah.
everybody.
No,
I do got to
Noti
pop out.
gang's dung. Where's my Dreeny gang at?
I feel like we made some pretty good points. We had some crazy moments, but I think we made some pretty good points. So shout out to you guys. I got to dip though.
Later, Zerk.
Yeah, dude.
Catch you, boys.
He's got to go pick his girl up. He left him at Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse.
6 o'clock.
3 hours, bro.
She been eating fucking rolls and butter by herself in the corner.
I think
Where's
obviously we could
Zirksee?
sit here and talk about this forever. Obviously, things got a little bit more skewed. I was trying to keep things a little bit more organized with stuff. I do think this is something
I
that
told
could
you.
be useful maybe on a regular basis, probably not like a weekly thing, but like every other month or something like that. We all check in with each other, get different people on here. Obviously, there's a lot of people still in the chat that wanted to be able to get in here. I know
Mhm.
a bunch of other people hit me up, Slayin hit me up, Friendler hit me up, freaking like literally I had to say no to Maze and like a bunch of other people too. So like please everyone here, please don't take it anything offense or anything because like once again we're here for 3.5 hours and I still didn't get everyone in here that I wanted to get in here. Guys, I think a lot of you known me for a long time. Some of you guys have been watching me since you've been a little kid, and now you guys are grown ass men. I used to flip out all the fucking time. I've cussed out people at EA. I've been in the fucking studios and told the bosses to go fuck themselves. I've yelled at community people. I've yelled at fucking everyone. It doesn't go anywhere. Like it doesn't. Like over my years, I've become calmer and realized that like my passion just led to anger and like I wanted things a certain way and it just didn't go anywhere. And my point to doing this was hopefully to get some constructive information out there, trying to bring the community back a little bit. I know the main points are fixing the game. I know there was things that we didn't get to talk to about CFM and salary cap and MUT draft and all this stuff out there. But like my big thing and the big dub was to me, we got over 3,000 people in here. We had over 10 heads of the community in here. This is something we have never, ever, ever accomplished, I think, in the Madden community at all. So like that was actually cool getting everyone in here. I would love to do something like this again. Hopefully, maybe not as on a such a bad circumstances or fucking everyone kind of going at everyone's throat. No, but I do think we came to a point of kind of understanding everyone. We don't have to agree with everyone, but at least hopefully we understand a little bit more from where everyone's coming from. Not to jump to conclusions, Zerk needs to come back down to fucking reality sometimes and not fucking just think what the next person tweets him. You know, all that kind of stuff. But that's pretty much it that I really want to say. I really think about just growing the game and giving us more ways to play and integrating all of Madden and not just thinking about MUT and pack odds is the biggest focus. We stop thinking about MUT and stop thinking about pack ads and think about Madden itself. I think overall this will be better. But that's pretty much it for me. If there's anybody else wants to say any final things, I'm done, boys. I'm fucking toast.
I appreciate you letting me hop on and voice my opinion.
Of course, Dreeny. Love you, man. I appreciate you always. Mr. K, anything from you?
Good guy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, nothing. I think this is good. I think doing it again is definitely good. We just want to drive more engagement to the game, man. We all love it. Want everybody to enjoy it.
Yeah. Eli, I saw you. There was people that tried to get on here. I don't think this was necessarily a spot for KK here, bro. He would have fucking stopped like fucking spinning back kicks to fucking people. I don't know. No, I really do appreciate everyone coming by, boys. Hopefully we accomplish something. Hopefully they can take some of these notes and some of these concerns and some of these things that we want from the people. And hopefully get to see it next year. You know, that's pretty much it. I'm out, boys. Appreciate everyone. I'm going to try to figure out what the VOD is. I had it all set up. I don't know what was going on. It was supposed to be muted. There's been no music playing and it worked earlier. I don't know what's going on. Once I end this stream, I'm going to try to figure out what's going on in the VOD. I don't know why it was. It's all been separated. The last few VODs worked. Now this one's just for some reason not working. I don't know. We'll figure out what happens once I end the stream. Boys, appreciate. I love this community. We out. Yay.